It's Vacation Lemetius in the building. You know what that means, people? This is the last episode before that boy Lemon stroke these streets. And I mean stroke the streets. We gonna be outside. We gonna be partying. We gonna be doing a whole bunch of New Orleans. Last episode 161, man. I got the crew. They in the background. You know what it is. I sent that little Lemon is off in boot camp for the summer. You won't see him all summer. Boy don't know how to act. He's being slapped around by somebody's drill sergeant. But listen, man. Welcome to everybody, man. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Please share this out, man. We're going to give some congratulations, some happy birthdays before the show start. So listen, buckle up. Get in your seats. Prepare for the debate central on the planet. You already know we got Bloody here. We got Uncle Ruckus here, a.k.a. Sir X-Men. And we got the doctor in the house. You already know, scrub to the nerds. Let's get it, man. You already know. Hit that like and goddamn subscribe. Let's go.
Yeah. It's him. You're now tuned into the dopest. It's him. Wanna wait, drag, and stay in the latest fashion. You think it's a game till we start clashing. War zone where I'm from, bullets like magic. 2K on your head, that's a backslip. I could put a EMD to all you lanes, whether outside or in the crib. On the game, Lemon Tech with the best system. PlayStation for the staycation, Nintendo Switch for your wisdom. New level, whatever you want, you been on it. It's only one way to support it. Binge on it, never lag. Whip your ass with hella swag. Keep a cigar lit, I'm the victor with the class. You thinking you can toy with Lemon Tech when you boys been? How you breaking your joystick? Who been feeding you poison? If you in your fort tonight, tune in to the Brooklyn Night Forecast and 108 Dragons.
carrier shield is down. I'm in position and ready for immediate assault.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
Yeah. It's him. You're now tuned into the dopest. It's him.
You already know what it is. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. What's good, 108? What's good? Let's go, man. I'm so happy everybody's here, man. I see the chat lighting up. Let me get to this super chat from the wise old gamer. Thank you for that super chat, bro. He said, for the... Yo, you read it, buddy.
It's for the beignet fund.
He said for the beignet fund. If you know, then you know.
I don't know. That does not say Bengay.
Or either the beignet. Beignet.
Beignet. The beignet fund.
Shout out to...
I'm from Louisiana,
you know,
beignet.
Okay,
Beignet,
so
yeah.
I don't know, Scrub. What the hell is that?
You ain't been to... You got to go to Cafe Du Monde when you go down there. Get you a beignet. Yeah. It's a puff pastry with confectioned sugar on top.
Oh,
It's
see, I never heard, I don't eat junk food.
It's a big thing down in the
It's
South,
only junk
especially
food,
down in New
liquor.
Orleans. It's beignet. It's good
Shut the hell
stuff.
up.
It's
That's
good
why you look
stuff.
like a demon, man. That's why. Oh man, let me get my man on the screen real quick, man. Shout out to my. Oh.
Hey, look, I'll be a little laughing demon. It's all good.
You know what? Let me get my boy in here while he could be here. You heard? Shout out to my man. With this being said,
Oh damn!
Salute,
Well, while he's
salute.
doing that, we got another super chat in there from the one, the only, the pony assassinated himself, Big Cloud, with a $10 make you holler, saying, "Hit that like button, folks! For every like is WD-40 for the rusty knees of Sir X-Men."
wow, I appreciate that, bro. You on the show? I definitely appreciate that. That's very humble, man. And shout out to all the members, man. Let's get that member scroll up here. Where's it at? Let's get that member scroll. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the new members, man. Listen, we got some things special coming up next week. I will be doing some not really behind the scenes. This won't be a gaming thing, but we will have a private membership only videos that I'll talk about any information that pop up, but it's usually gonna be 4th of July. It might be slow, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Shout out to the members, man. Now, with this being said, you already know where we at. I don't never know where this thing is at.
I don't think we ever know where we at.
Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
It's in the building. Now, let's get to these introductions. We're gonna start off with a man who don't have that much time. Woo. But he getting them platinums. This man has stepped up to the realm of kicking your dough and waving the 4-4. All I heard was Big Cloud hit me some more.
That's
What you been
crazy.
playing, bro?
That's crazy. That is like that is tragic. But that's also funny.
Officer Pony in the house.
Oh God.
All right, break it down to the community. What the hell we talking about?
Update your
They're gonna be like,
software,
what the
you
hell is
fucking you old bitch.
Pentium,
Hey,
Pentium
whoa, whoa,
2,
whoa.
don't worry about him. He can't multitask. Don't worry about him.
You know, that
Deputy
wasn't his
Ben Gay will get
update.
his.
That
It's
wasn't
alright.
in his
It's
latest
alright.
update. His software
Yo,
update.
if you want to update the community on your current winning status, because if he wins, we all win, man. I love to see my brothers out here winning.
Nah,
What's
man.
up, son?
Nah,
Yes,
just been
sir.
chilling, brother. Work. You already know. I already told you again. You guys are off air, but a lot of stuff, man. It's been the best mood I possibly could be. Very blessed to be alive. Wish my dad was here to see this. I know he'd be smiling from ear to ear.
Awesome.
But unfortunately he's not with my brother, so it is what it is. But I know that we get signs or stuff like that, as we go forward in life. But anyway, what I've been playing that Liza P. I gotta finish that up before I jump on this Death Stranding. That's definitely going to be the platinum before I touch Death Stranding. I just been too busy.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I've been very, very busy. But now that pretty much I got a whole lot of stuff situated, oh yeah, the return is about to be imminent again, and the truth shall be spoken as it should be. So everybody in the chat, welcome. Good to see you. Hope you guys are blessed and enjoy the show.
Well, if you see my man on the street and he does one of these, just know you've been checked.
That's the sound of the police.
I'm gonna leave that right there.
That's the sound of the beast.
That's girl, you ain't shit for that.
I'm gonna leave that right there. Yo, shout out to the chat. Back is pulled up. Eastside, Tallow, Stanley. Woo! G4 is in the building, of course. Why? And if I missed your name and when you scroll up, I will shout you out. Cause without y'all, there's no us. Let's go.
Hey,
now,
this
man,
was
this dude.
for X-Men though, real quick. They
I saw
especially
what you
for
wrote in there, you
Big
piece
Cloud.
of shit.
Oh yeah,
Zach wants to know,
oh,
does WD-40 work on dinosaur bones?
that's your update finally caught up, you piece of shit.
You know what? You need to be a real man and not wear 2 earrings like a woman.
Hey,
That's
hold
what
up.
you
I
need
got
to
2
do.
earrings. Hold on. You got, wait, hey, don't be pulling me.
Uh-oh.
off
Hey,
drop.
get him,
I wear
buddy.
2 earrings. Nah. He ain't.
Get him.
He started the war, dude. He started.
Listen, man.
Hey,
let's get
I'm
into
just
my
reading
little
the chat.
brother.
They're just wanting to know for you, X-Men. Everyone's looking out for your health. That's all I'm saying.
I want to know why you wear 2 earrings like a woman, man. That's what I want to know. They sound like a woman. Why?
Mr. Davenport, what's good, man?
I
Good
didn't
to
know
see
that
you in the
2
street. I
earrings
know
is
they
what
getting
all
vicious
women
early.
do.
I mentioned you
Cállate
on.
la boca, pendejo, huh?
I mean, trying to say you on that Prince energy.
Chill
Oh
out.
shit.
Let me get
Oh,
the
he
intro
admitted it
in.
on last week's show.
Well, he on that Prince energy. Oh shit.
Well, you know, he did say that, but I'm not going to answer that. He did say that. Now, listen, man. This dude needs no introduction. When you want to see a wild and live stream, from eating scorpions to mushrooms, I guess those are mushrooms, or insects. He does a lot of good things for the community and really doesn't get the credit for it. This is my little brother. I love him to death. You already know who he is. It's the man with the Satan rings and the 2 earrings and the longest, sexiest hair in the game, second to Doggy Dog. It's
happening?
Bloody Knuckles. What up, son? What you been playing?
What's good? What's good? You already know what it is. It's your boy Bloody Knuckles, aka the Gothic Gamer, and more importantly, the Mad Dragon here. It's good to be back on the show. And man, I've been busy, kind of like our boy Big Cloud over here. I've been going back and needing to finish up stuff that I left out in Liza P, especially because now that they put out that new expansion with Overture, I want to jump into that. Also been finishing up my achievement run for Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. And I've been spending so much time in the altars, man. It's such a good game. I was like, I swear, one of my favorite independent developers, publishers has to be 11-bit. I was like, they have
All right.
so many games
Let
coming
me
out,
ask
man.
you. Let me interrupt you real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even though this is an intro, I just want to know what kind of game is it?
So it's part base builder, part survival, and it's also a little bit of a interactive story. I was like, yeah, parts where you interact with the other alters, but you also have to focus on building up the base that you're roaming around.
Is it many more of that same dude?
Yes, all the characters.
Okay. Because I see on the cover, it's like different versions of him, and I was like,
so you're the main character. I was like, and what you have to do to survive, you have to choose which parts of your life that you made a different choice in, and create a person based off that choice. I was like, and all of them are used to how you manage your base and gather materials, but you also have to manage everyone and how they interact within the base to make sure that you're all able to survive. Like, it's a really good game. Like, I was hyped about it when they announced it years ago, and I played the demo for it about a year ago before they finally released it. Man, it's so good. If you like that kind of thing,
it looks pretty interesting, but I didn't really know what it was.
I got you, my boy.
I was trying to watch Carlos stream it, but his copy was terrible looking, and I said, I think something's not right. You didn't load something because it was looking disgusting. Like it was a
I was like, for those
did he?
For those who are interested in it, I have the first part of the prologue up on my channel where it's on my YouTube and on my Twitch.
You gotta tell them what it is.
Tomorrow. Yeah, y'all can find me over on youtube.com/bloodynux. Of course, over on Twitch where I do everything live on both platforms. And I'll also be jumping back into more Blades of Fire for anyone who likes Souls-like games. That has a very interesting forging mechanic in that game. Like, it's dope.
Okay, listen, man, let me shout some more people on the chat. Yo, Lifestyles, man, shout out to you over there on Twitter, man. You could always slide to YouTube if you choose to join us over there if you watch YouTube. Dave Reese's in the building, Abacab's in the building. I see y'all, man. I appreciate everybody from pulling up. We jumping in here quick. I appreciate that, man. Now, this man needs no introduction. He put the D in dust. He put the O in old. He put the C in cold. He put the B in bold. This my man, the Xbox connoisseur of the building, Sir X-Man. Lay it down.
You mean Sir Rusty?
See, I was waiting for something. Why pause? Because I was waiting for somebody to say something stupid.
Because we know your program a little late, so you know we gotta load in first.
Yeah.
Officer Pony is good. Officer Ricky.
You know what?
Yo, I'm just saying, if he's Officer Pony, then Sir X-Men is Deputy Bengay. I'm just saying.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Barney Fife, top flight security.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Hey, Bloody, one day you need to come on here with that dress you got in the closet, man.
The fuck are you talking
Hey, I'll still look more of a man like you.
Why? Why y'all like this? Why y'all like this?
Hey, he wanted to get my game.
Why you do this? Why you do that? No, cut his mic. Why you do that? Cut this man mic. Why you do that?
Hold on, we gotta recover, Chad.
And don't forget your fishnet and high heels, buddy.
Let me get to this member chat, man. For 11 months, shout out to you, Watch, for all the support and the things you do in this community. You're an amazing individual. He says, also put the biatch in our obituary. Damn.
Damn.
Whoa. Shout out to Graph in the building. My man GG is in the building. The greatest artist on the planet. Let's go.
Now let me finish saying what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by the.
Oh, you was rudely assassinated, my guy.
Totally blue girl over there. But this is for my buddy Bid, right? Bid, Xbox got a perfect game for you in Game Pass. You can play Police Simulator.
So what now?
Get your practice on, man. Get your practice on.
Well, what game they got from you?
He said go.
Police
He said go
Simulator.
to Steam and play. He said go to Steam.
No,
and
they
play
got
the
Police
precinct.
Simulator.
I was like,
People are
if
actually
he needs any
playing,
sort of
dude.
practice,
Yeah.
all he's gotta do is play the precinct. He can become the law.
I mean, Steam got a game called Retirement Home. Maybe you should check your ass in. You need your medicine, brother?
Oh, AKA geriatrics.
You know what? I think
Yeah,
I'm
got you, boy. Your ass. Yeah, what's
I
up?
think
You
I'm
like
gonna
nigga
play me
Jeff?
some
What you
crime
trying?
balls today so I can beat up on some folks. That's what I think I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play me some crime
Yo,
balls.
yeah. Oh my god. Oh, what games have you been playing, Sir X-Man?
You know he playing Nurse Simulator, you old bastard.
Wow.
I've been rolling butt.
That was over the line.
I've been,
Facts.
I've been
That was
playing,
crazy.
I've been playing
Ooh.
Forza Motorsport 7 because they brought the online back from Motorsport 7. So me and my friends was into that last night, having a good time. And you already know what I'm waiting for Tuesday, which is gonna stop everything I'm playing. That's pretty much it.
What's Tuesday?
Mecha Break.
Wait, question. You're not playing the Mortal Kombat, are you? You're not getting the collection?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the collection.
Yeah, you go get your ass whooped. You ain't getting that damn collection.
You know what?
Man, I was
own
playing
all
that
of them
before
already,
you
all my
was
classics.
born. When your mama said, "Son, you can't play that game."
Yeah, play. What man?
That's too much
Don't get me
blood.
started. That's my shit. That's my
Hey,
shit.
but you
gonna
had
say
the
when his
name
mother
of-
said, "Hey, pull out."
Hey, yo, what?
Oh wow,
Sit your
we
ass
getting
down.
saucy. We getting saucy,
He
saucy.
said before you was born. That's what I thought he was saying.
I'm like, wait, hold on, pause.
He was playing a lot of games before people were born. I mean,
Back in your day, games cost a nickel.
Yeah,
Back in your day, kicking the can was considered a game.
hey, bad bitch.
no, that's when you had that stick in that hoop and you rolled a hoop down the street with that stick.
Bad bit. Did your family tell you could take your diaper off 10 years ago?
Has anyone
let's
changed
move
your
on.
diaper
Back
today?
in your
though?
day, that joke actually had weights.
We're gonna
But it
stop
don't have weight
assassinate-
today.
listen, we gotta respect our senior citizens on this chat, man. Let's not do this.
Back in your day,
All
senior
right.
citizens was given respect. We don't give a shit today. Nah, I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you.
Back in our days, cops used to have respect. We don't give a shit no more.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
All right, listen, man.
Oh,
Let's move
shit.
on.
My head hurts.
Oh,
that was a good
crazy.
one, Scrub Nurse. That was
that's
good.
good.
I know. I got
Thank
the
you.
Y'all
reference.
all on fire today. Oh, y'all all on fire today. I like this. I like this free smoke. This man needs no introduction, man. Next time we see him, he might be in a whole new environment and a whole bunch richer. This man can't meet me next week downtown. You heard me on Bourbon Street. But I'll be celebrating and partying for you.
I appreciate it.
It's
Please
my
do.
brother's Scrub Nurse. What's good, son? What you been playing?
All right.
whoa,
Gotta
yeah.
love that sound. Gotta love that sound. All right. Good to
Toast up
see
you.
everybody.
Let's go.
Mention a little bit of the bubbly.
Cheers to everybody in the chat. Welcome to the
Facts.
show. Glad to have y'all here. I've been playing. What have I been playing this week? A little bit of Division and a little bit of Call of Duty. What I've been really stuck on is this is Call of Duty Champs Weekend. So my team just made it. Optic Texas, they just made it to Champs Finals. Just finished their match, so I'm happy for them. If you don't know how it works, if you set up your Activision account to the Call of Duty YouTube channel, you get drops for watching the show. So I've been gaining
that's how
that.
they're doing that. Okay.
Yeah, double XP, been getting some tokens and different other things. So it's been a good weekend. Been doing some work. Glad to see everybody in the chat. We got some good topics to go through. Everybody, wherever you're watching, we glad you here. Cheers to you, and let's get this thing started.
All right, man. You already know I'm the host with the most, man. Listen, man. Welcome to everybody. Yo, my crew here. Thank y'all make this possible, man. I would never want to just do a solo podcast all day because people be quitting out on me or we have problems. So, you know, I appreciate that, man. I try to keep things fair. I try to keep things exciting for the community. I try to bring good content, and I try to bring people here that's going to definitely give you some knowledge. I don't care if we debate here on this channel. Everybody love each other, and we getting our point across. It's never nothing personal, just passionate. Never personal, just passionate. With that being said, let me give some respect to an OG of the game, Mr. Steve Downs, happy birthday. He's the voice of Halo. And y'all all know my favorite game in history is goddamn Halo. My second favorite game in history is Kratos. I don't even call it Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty. I don't even call it God of War.
Get this man some charcoal. That liquor fucked him up already.
No. I'm drinking light. This is light work.
Light
But
work.
I appreciate that. So shout out
Your
to
fingers
Steve
holding
Downs, man. Shout out to Steve Downs. And yeah, we a little bit wild in here, Reezy. We have a good time. Shout out to Steve Downs, man. He's been the voice of Halo for 20 plus years, and it's a beautiful thing. I wanted to get him on the show. I'm still working on that. I didn't really hit him up. I was told I can get him on. I never really did. Maybe I was a little starstruck, and I don't get starstruck. Not at all. That's not really my character. I've been around stars and athletes my whole life, but this is one game that's dear to my heart. So I think sometime this year I'm gonna try to reach out to him and get him on. Yeah, and another great thing that happens, like my brother BitCloud over here, man. Two guys I respect. They come from the PlayStation Nation, the What's Up Boys, Jay Barry, and my boy Persona. As you see, I be posting. We really be outside, boots on the ground, meeting up, having drinks, having a good time. One thing I appreciate, today is their last show. Let me say that. Today is their last show. The What's Up crew is gone. They will be doing certain entities and pop-ups and things of that nature, certain events. They still got their own individual channels. Shout out to them dudes. 200 episodes. They had Sean Layden on, giving them their flowers. I thought that was great. You don't have to like PlayStation, but let me tell you something about them two guys. One thing what they do when you watch their channel, of course, if they say something about Xbox, is about current news or something. But if you watch their channel, they give you all the PlayStation news possible for that week. Mm-hmm. And most PlayStation or Xbox bonehead content creators, when they have a PlayStation designated channel or Xbox designated channel, all they do is talk about the opposing consoles and console warring. And when I watch their show, I get enjoyment because I don't always be on top of everything PlayStation, even though I own a PS5, even though I own a PSVR. I'm not on top of everything. You know what I'm saying? When you get these content creators who think they know everything about everything, they're lying. I just finished saying that the other day. Like, I had to tell some dude, like, stop talking to me. You don't know shit. You just be talking about it because it's a topic. And you get exposed when you speak upon things you don't know. So to
Sounds
see
like
them...
MBG problem. Ooh, I mean, what?
Yeah, facts. So it's on Xbox side too.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like I like to see people know what they're talking about, support their platform, and don't need another platform as a crutch to move forward with their content.
Mm-hmm. That's the difference right there, because that right there, shout out to them. I was like, those are good friends of ours, real cool dudes, mm-hmm. right? They have legitimate passion for what they're talking about. I was like, they love the platform, they love the games, they love the community, and they focus on that. Like you said, they're not using a crutch. They're not trying to sit there and downplay another platform. They're not trying to bash another game or anything like that. No, they're talking about their platform, their likes, their dislikes. But
108 Dragons TV welcomes 4 guys with quarters.
That product, not having to rely on anything else. And that's what lacks, because there is no passion. There is no true intelligence and knowledge nowadays amongst content creators. I was like, there's a lot that just go out there to pursue whatever's a hot topic and jump on that, ride that train until they can't anymore. These guys don't do that. I was like, so those two deserve so much love and more respect for everything that they've done, and I can't wait to see what they do next.
Facts. So we're gonna move on, man. We're gonna hop into these topics. Yo, 4GQTV in the chat. Stop for you weren't a response. That's all I'm gonna say. Stop. So, listen, man.
We're gonna have to give him that elbow from the top rope.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We have to give him that John Cena. Keep it up.
Oh damn! Damn! He's gonna give you a kick to the nuts
in a minute either. I ain't been on 4G. I see every Tom, Dick, and Harry on 4GQTV, and none of them got Lenitia's personality.
None.
We ain't gonna
whatsoever.
even start that. So anyway, we ain't gonna even start that. But listen, man, let's get into these topics, man. We're gonna get into these topics like Diddy got into Cassie.
Whoa, now, whoa, now.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic, please.
Now,
You can get all this.
this is a topic that pissed me off. Shout out to everybody who came through and watched my content, my unboxing on the Switch 2, my comparisons with game performances and upgrades and things of that nature. It's very rarely one of my tech videos hit over 200-300 because people just want to hear sometimes some little crumb side. Shout out to y'all who watched it. But I'm going to say this, Nintendo. You have been bricking people Switch 2s by mistake where they can't recover their accounts. They can't delete their account because the system has been knocked offline. Now, you threatened this day one before before your system came out. But there's people who just bought it, who's playing it, and did nothing to the system and just tried to play it. And their accounts have banned and they can't recover Switch 1 or Switch 2. Now, Big Cloud, I know you have to go, so we gonna go to you first, bro. What the hell's going on with Nintendo banning people's systems for no reason?
Like I said, Nintendo will find a way to Nintendo. That's just Nintendo at its core. We'll have a legit roadmap of stuff they could use that could be great. They'll give you the bare minimum. Nintendo just how'd I put it, man? Nintendo is just so what's the word I want to say? Nintendo is just so out of touch. Nintendo's outdated still. Granted, the Switch got some good improvements. The problems are still there. I think we all can agree the problems are still there. They ain't fixing nothing. That multiplayer, they about to charge you more for it. And they're giving you the worst form of cross game chat right now with the whole Discord, their fake version of Discord. And they're proud of it. They're proud of people showing their gameplay running at 3 frames per second. Scrub, you used that yet? Did you use that 3 frames per second game share? Were they excited yet? Were any of you excited in the chat for 3 frames a second game share?
Yeah, guys, I love 3 frames a second. I can hold up 3 pictures and go like that and be able to say, hey, look, I got a Nintendo Switch 2.
The hell with 60 frames. We got game sharing that can go up to 4 frames per second. We can share it across multiple games. Then we can also put that on the big screen as if you can't already tell that it's trash. Anyway, Nintendo, man.
Get trash at close to 1080p.
Nah, Nintendo just
we don't get you, Blade. Let Big Cloud finish, man.
He was chatting with me, but Nintendo, man. I can't get excited. I can't get mad at all because the reason why I say I can't get mad is simple. I can complain from a mountaintop of what the problems are with Nintendo. But guess what the problem is, Lim? The shit's still gonna sell.
Yeah,
that's it. It's gonna sell. You saw the lines, all the bullshit going into this console that people knew about, the ridiculous half-assed, half-baked features, the lack of improvements in terms of because they talked about they want to keep players involved and engaged, but it's like you have no achievement type of system to keep people engaged. There's no way to track it. You got no real crazy stuff happening. How exactly going to keep gamers engaged with X amount of things? I have no clue. So
what do you think they're gonna do about getting these people accounts corrected, man? Because
nothing.
Yo, listen.
You think Nintendo's gonna do something about this? This is Nintendo. You think Nintendo's gonna do it? And the funny thing is, I say this because they're gonna get away with it. They'll just have to do is buy another one. Like, oh, it's okay, I'll buy another one. That's how weird people are. I'm trying to tell you, that's how nonchalant. No, that's not you. I'm not saying you, but that's how nonchalant Nintendo fanboys are. Am I lying, Blood? That's how they be. They're like, well, you can just buy another one.
You're right, bro.
But they are like that.
Right, because remember the Wii U? Remember when the Wii U didn't have an external hard drive? Remember that? Remember when it launched? It was 30 gigs of like flash memory or something like that. And dudes
Yeah.
were like, "Oh, what about well, it's not that big of a deal. The extra money that you guys save, which is buying the console, you can buy an external hard drive that's 1 terabyte." And I'm like, "No, bro, it should have came with a hard drive. If PlayStation or Microsoft did this, it would have been dead on arrival."
I'm gonna say this. I took my Switch 2 offline because this could be a situation where it's a mistake, right? Because the people I see crying was like, "Yo, I just bought the console, and I don't even know how to mod or nothing." And I wake up one day, and my Switch 2 is banned, right? That I've been scared straight. I'm like, "Yo, listen, I'm not connected to the internet, bro. Like, I don't really have
Don't
too
you
many people
need-
to play with online."
Don't
so
you need to though to like do some updates from like that? Don't they have like
but
mandatory check-ins
Nah,
like that? for it?
listen, nope.
Oh, no?
Listen, I got a digital
okay.
what's name, but right now I got it offline. I've been mostly playing my older games. I got the system with the Mario Kart 2. I'm scared because I know Nintendo, even if it's a mistake, they're gonna take forever to correct it. So that kind of scared me. But Bloody Man, what did you think about this, and why you look like a red hot chili pepper?
Because I'm spicy with the stuff I got to say. The thing
You
is,
spicy because you're wearing 2 earrings.
Wow.
That's what Sir
Hey, man,
X-Men said.
it
I
is
got
what it
2
is.
earrings
Wow.
too. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where ex-women was going with that, but he can kiss
Wow.
my ass.
No
oh,
comment.
you know, see
Yeah,
how
he's
old man
studying.
forgot his
Look,
message
he like,
morning. That's
he
all.
like F you, lemon.
That's
No, here's the thing.
crazy.
This cannot stand. I was like, anyone who this happens to, if it's your friend, your family, anyone needs to say something because, like Big Cloud brought up, Nintendo's gotten
Facts,
away
bro.
with a lot of away with things that no other company should be able to get away with. Look at they were the worst ones with the stick drift issue on all those Joy-Cons back on the Switch 1.
And they confirmed that those still are the same analog sticks, if not worse, in
Yeah.
Joy-Con
And they
2.
got it right now. I'm
But,
glad I
but,
don't
but
use them.
remember, how many times have we seen reports of people who bought brand new Joy-Cons and within a couple hours
They
started
fucked.
experiencing stick
It's a
drift?
bad design. It's a bad design. No question.
But the thing is that Nintendo got away with not having to do anything for years until they had a class action lawsuit and they're like, all right, well, I guess we'll replace them. This is something worse because people are going out buying $500 console, whatever it is, whatever your state tax and all that jazz goes into. You're paying almost $500 for this console. And for
I don't worry,
people
just
who
take it
are
back to the
like-
store. You can buy another one. You know, it's not that big of a deal. You guys like to complain. That's the ridiculous mentality.
Yeah,
That's-
anyone who says that, no, that's not the case. It's just like the fact that you could be playing it and get banned, have it completely shut down for doing nothing. Have it completely shut down is the worst. I was like, it's already a bad precedent that companies are able to do or brick a console like that for nothing. I understood back in the day when you had like really bad hacking modules and cheating and stuff like that online. I understand that there was other ways to do it, IP bans and stuff like that before they did direct consoles.
Was that me or you guys? Okay, I hear you guys. So he froze.
Yeah, he froze up.
Oh, was that? I thought that was me for a second. Like, what the fuck?
No.
My shit go up?
All right, Sir X-Men, you go until he get back.
Wake your ass up.
No, I'm gonna wake you, son of a bitch.
Wake your ass up.
Hey,
What?
hey.
Wake your ass up. Over the like, what? Wake up.
Uncle Ruckus with a badge. That's messed up. But but nah. If they breaking, that means they got major software issues that they shouldn't have done, and then sending the wrong signal back to their servers. And they probably got automatic stuff that'll detect something funny in the game or in the console, and then just automatically brick it. You know, so that's on them to fix that. And I really think these people are going to do another class action lawsuit.
Oh yeah, that's evident for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But
Especially if
here's
it's
the
more
one
bigger.
here's the one that cracked me up. When somebody had a broken Joy-Con 1 week after he bought the Switch. And
No
I'm like,
fucking way. No way.
yeah, it was posted on
Yeah.
Twitter.
The
It was
Joy-Con,
A
the
posted.
Joy-Cons
week?
are breaking. No, yo, bro, the Joy-Cons are breaking already.
Yep.
Like I
And
understand the
I'm
first
like,
one because it was small and they were trying to cram so much
The
shit into
so
it.
second
But
they
at
one
least
is
it's a
they
new
totally
one.
use the
breaking
same.
apart.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they're breaking.
crazy.
Yeah,
They're breaking
they're having
apart.
issues. They're having issues. They're having issues.
Y'all think it's because
And
how cheaply they're doing it with the magnets in the damn? I don't know,
No,
man.
it's not
I don't-
breaking.
No,
Yo.
the thing is the
It's
magnets
breaking
are
by
fine.
it's breaking by
Yo,
the
hold on,
thumbstick.
bloody. Hold on. We'll go
Oh,
back to
okay.
you.
It's
We'll go back
breaking
to you.
by
We know
the
we got
thumbstick.
dropped.
It totally snapped in two, man. I was like,
Damn.
damn. And then I checked it out. He ain't the only one where that happened to.
Bro,
So
you know how
they
much
went-
the fucking
it's a
things
lot of
cost?
people.
Hold on, y'all know how much
Yeah,
the
they
fucking
went-
Joy-Cons 2 cost now?
Oh, $70
$80?
$70,
They're like 80. Yeah, they're 80. They're more than
They're
the
$80
fucking
bucks.
Yeah,
They're 80 bucks.
So they
They're
went
80.
they went cheap on the construction of the Joy-Cons too. But you
And you
want
know-
to
and you know
charge
what-
people $450 for this thing?
Mm.
But hold on. Let me add to your point, bro. Let me add to your
Go
point.
ahead,
Let me
go
add to your
for it.
point. You know what's bad about these Joy-Cons breaking? What's bad is, you know, a lot of your people take your system on a go. They're going
Yep.
to use them.
They're gonna drop them
Like-
as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that. Like, this is not like, oh, the Joy-Cons are like second thought. No, it's kind of mainstream for that console. So continue your point. So actually, I wanted to add that to you.
Yeah, now they say the magnetic clamps are working good.
Oh, they are.
Sometimes, yeah. But when your Joy-Con, the main thing that you play with and control the game, just breaks, it should be made to last for kids because kids are rough.
Yeah, that's right.
They're not even made for kids to play with.
Yeah, kids don't think they'll play around, they'll drop the controller, they might fling it. That's why they give them the wrist wraps, but some of them get a little too overzealous and throw the damn
But
thing.
the pads
Yeah, I know.
where you control it, that should never snap off like that.
So what do you feel about the remedy for these brick systems? Will they step up to the batter's box, hit a home run, refix them, re-update them? Because people have zero internet connection with their Switch 2s. Zero. So that means no patches, no updates, no nothing.
No nothing.
No recovering your account,
Yep.
nothing. So what do you think they can do to remify that? Because I know you know computers.
I think Nintendo needs to go back to this, like they did with the Red Ring of Death. Don't mean to bring that up, and send those consoles out and have them send them a new one
Yeah, like
where
exchange.
they can access their account, where they can exchange it, and just suck it up and eat the cost of what you did.
Yeah, they're gonna make that money back 3 times tenfold anyway. Like that's the crazy thing about
Right.
Software.
Switch.
And
Yeah.
software.
That's the thing. Nintendo can get away with so much, but people are gonna buy their stuff regardless. That's the
like-
worst thing about it is that this is one of those times where they should eat the cost because of the fact that this is something that is not the community's fault. It was the same thing that happened with, like
Right.
you mentioned, with Xbox
All
and the
right,
Red Ring of Death.
let
And
me say this.
we know
Word of-
the
Hold on,
behind
buddy.
the
Hold
scenes.
on. Let him finish. Go ahead, Sir X-Man.
Bloody, here's one thing about this time now, since we've had defective consoles that have messed up over the past, few generations and stuff like that, people not gonna tolerate that no more. I don't care.
No,
They don't care.
Hold on. I want to ask you this, Sir X-Man. I'm adding to this, not cutting you off.
Go for it.
We talk about Nintendo heads because technically,
Oh, I know.
I'm part of the problem. I got a Switch 2, and I didn't buy it for any game moving forward. I
But-
bought it just so I could have chat and play with my friends.
But here's the difference, my friend.
Furious was
We
good.
never had these many defects and problems at the beginning launch of a console, and that
Whoa,
carried
whoa,
on later
whoa.
on. I didn't have no
That's-
problem with my 360 at the beginning.
No. There's been
You
there's
didn't.
been There's been, yo, listen. There's been. I ain't talking about Xbox. I'm talking about the general history of gaming. Oh,
Well,
there's been
yeah.
some defects, bro. We had,
But Nintendo was on such a high, my
PlayStations
friend.
overheating. We had Xbox
Nobody
overheating.
talks about the liquid metal melting.
Right. We had some problems. This is just not the only console. I mean, we had some problems.
But
Well, we're talking.
Red
I was
Ring of
like,
Death
we're
came
on.
later, but we had
Yeah.
some overheating problems.
But here's the weird part.
Overheating is one thing, but
But
this
you're
is
the big
completely
ob-
shutting down.
Dad,
Okay.
finish.
All right, you're the darling console. You are
Wow.
the darling
What-
console Switch. You know what I'm
Say
saying? I
how's
mean,
a console
it
like
is
this?
Nintendo.
Hey, boo boo.
That's pretty much how they feel about their Switch. But it's like you're supposed to come out the gate with no defects.
That's
It's-
impossible.
I know, but it's rare for people, Nintendo, to normally they consoles have no problems when they come out. I give Nintendo that.
Yeah, it's very
always
rare.
say it,
It's very
you know.
rare.
So for them to come out with this expected Switch 2 that people have been waiting for you to bring out for what, over 8 years, over 8-9 years, and then you start having these problems, it is not a good look. And if it keeps happening over and over again, you may be at 4 million right now, but you will start seeing that drop and drop and drop until you come out with a revised version of that console.
Facts.
So your numbers could start falling because people say, I don't want to take that chance spending $500 on a console. And it's going to mess up on me the minute I get it. And that's just the word of mouth is the most thing that will destroy a console.
Not for this console.
Not for Nintendo. No.
Nintendo's the only one that can survive, though. That's the
And
thing.
I'll tell you
Nintendo's
why.
the only one that they can
I'll
get
tell
away
you
with.
why.
I ain't gonna
That
lie to
shit-
you. Nintendo can get away with. Yo, listen.
They can have a Don
360
match. They can have three
three-
Don matches and still survive. That's
Well, wait.
But
Let's
you
not.
gotta
whoa,
think
hell,
about this.
They did
This
have a
audit.
13 million seller, bro. I'm talking about
They still here.
defects.
They still here though. They still here though. That's the thing. They still here.
You did hear what I said though. If it keeps happening.
No, it won't.
Thank you,
If it
Furious. I
keeps
appreciate that. Love you, bro.
No, if that keeps happening,
It won't, because I'll explain it to you. When you finish,
Okay.
I'll explain to you why it won't.
You done? You done, Sir X-Men? You don't want to
Yeah,
cut
because
you
all
off.
they gonna say, well, that's Nintendo, and Nintendo can't do
Nope.
no wrong, right?
That's not what I'm gonna say.
No. This is not for us. This is what I tell you when we have a conversation. It's never about the panel. It's really about the conversation to the masses. It's never about us, because I know I'm part of the problem.
You buy everything, man.
No. I buy what I like. I like a lot of things, but I'm saying this for the record, right? I'm saying this for the record. I love Nintendo. Nintendo raised everybody in this chat, everybody on this panel. Not less. Sega did it too. Atari did it too.
Nintendo
ColecoVision, ColecoVision, Intellivision,
Commodore.
64. We are breaded with gaming. So if we love Nintendo, I don't care what Mario do. I don't play Mario RPG, but I got Mario Wonder. Just recently, I traded in I had Metroid Prime already remastered. I didn't know I had it digitally, but I bought it. I saw it on sale for $27. I bought that, and I traded in Mario Kart 8 because I got World, right? Not gonna keep both. I end up getting what's the name for like $5, right? Mario Wonder. But what I'm saying is, there's no Mario game that steers us wrong. We gonna buy it. We gonna get every star, the big star on every level. If you're a real Nintendo fan, I saw that new Donkey Kong the first time. I said, I ain't buying that shit. You don't fight no bosses. And then they did a direct. Then I saw you fight bosses. I'm buying that game. Why? Not because it's revolutionary. It's because it looks fun and it's Donkey Kong. We grew up on that from the goddamn steel planks, jumping over barrels and using a hammer.
Until the controller break and then you get pissed
Right.
off.
No, I'm talking about arcade. It started arcade first.
I know. I used to play it in the arcade. I know.
Duck Hunt started in the arcade. Like I said, it raised us. So we are guilty about Nintendo being successful today. It's more Nintendo fans as adults than there are kids.
I still got my NES.
But
that is
you also
true.
gotta think, yes, that is a fact. But you also have to think of the
I
fact that
still got
Nintendo.
my GameCube. I still got
One
my
at a time.
Wii.
One at a time.
No.
Go
ahead,
ahead.
buddy.
No, Sir Excellence. Okay.
No, I'm cool. I just saying Nintendo system that I have. That's all. So I'm still.
Yeah, let
No,
Bloody
but
go
what
because let Bloody go because he got ejected.
He's chopping at the bit.
The thing is that you mentioned, yeah, there is a lot of
Out here
older-
looking like Hellboy.
There is an older part of the crowd that is us who were raised by Nintendo since way back in the day. We were talking about the NES, the SNES, especially a lot of us who are those slightly older millennials that grew up with the N64, which probably was the biggest time for them. Yeah, I was like, we are part of the problem. But Nintendo's always had this captured image of being the family product, which has always been used for the kids. They've always been the mobile gaming. They've always had the handhelds. They've always been situated and focused on being presented to the children. So that's why also Nintendo has the luxury of being the most casual, focused console or platform.
But hold on. Okay, let me ask you, Bloody. Is it really casual?
Wu-Tang's for the kids. Not
I was like,
Nintendo.
why do you?
Because
why
of that. The reason I know is that you can ask anyone in the world who Mario is, and they'll recognize Mario. Most of them will recognize Nintendo characters, even if they're not gamers, because they're like, oh,
Disney,
my child, like Disney. They're like, my child plays that. Oh, my grandchild plays that. It's the most casually recognized. I was like, most hardcore gamers will only recognize characters that are not going to be recognized. We could talk about Master Chief because he's been in face.
And Snake.
Like Snake and Snake, yeah.
Hayabusa.
But when you look at those characters, that's for the more hardcore and niche markets because those are well-known series, but they're still very selective. But you go up to any person and ask them who Mario is, they'll recognize Mario. I was like, you ask them who Pikachu is, anyone will recognize Pikachu nowadays. That's what I'm saying is that Nintendo has that luxury of being that very casual focused entity. That's why they have the sales that they do and why their first party sales are where they're at compared to any other platform holder out there. Because anyone who buys a Nintendo console is going to be focused mainly on Nintendo games, whether that's the hardcore like us or the casuals.
Let me say this, but what can they do to rectify the situation? Let's stay on top of this.
To rectify this, they need one. They're gonna have to dig in, and they're gonna have to fix this by either replacing consoles, or they're gonna have to change entirely how this system works with this bricking.
They're not gonna do anything.
I was like, they're not. I was like, they're gonna have to be forced to because every time Nintendo,
they don't.
No, they do have to.
The thing is, though, realistically, if we're talking about realistic and common sense, yes, they have to. But the thing is, here's the thing, though. This is what you need to understand. Realistically, especially you throw like a PlayStation or a Microsoft into the equation, they would need to. But this is Nintendo. Nintendo fans let them get away with every fucking.
Y'all let me know when y'all ready for me to talk.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. They don't have to do it.
Bloody breathe, you could talk. But let me just. I'm doing just DLC. I'm just adding stuff.
No, I agree. No, I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from. But I agree.
I spend money for some stuff that I hook up to my TV, and all of a sudden Nintendo bricks it, and I gotta buy another one because it's Nintendo.
Yeah. Keep in mind. Keep in mind. This is the same Nintendo that sold you cardboard and asked you additional money for the cardboard that just had their logos on it. This is Nintendo. This is the company. You understand what you're fighting for.
I'm about to go get a cigar, man.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
He's not right.
There's basic shit that me, you, and Bloody, and everybody is used to when it comes to whether it's PlayStation or Xbox, what basic features, basic systems, you know what I mean? It's shit like that we're used to where we have a simple formula. Nintendo will always have their way of fucking it up and have their tiny little niche way and just fuck up everything. That's Nintendo. And the thing is
that they'll get away with it.
Yeah, dudes are so used to it. It's almost like and dudes get offended when you ask for basic shit that
If
we're
they
used
brick
to.
my
They get
system,
offended.
This is not the
if
reason
they
why.
brick my, hold on, but I'm gonna say this and bloody, keep it short so we can go to bit. But
I
I'm
mean,
gonna say
go
that
to
they
Scrub.
if they no, I'm telling bloody to be short because remember he got dropped.
Yeah.
So breathe short, but I'm saying if they brick my system, I'm done. We not
As you
doing
should.
that.
As you
We
should.
not doing that. Customer
that-
service means everything to somebody that spend money.
It does,
'Cause
especially nowadays.
I'm not going for that.
No.
But
what
bloody,
I'm
finish
saying,
so we can go to Scrub, please.
yes. What my only point is, they should and they need to, but they're at a point, or they're elevated by the community to such a point they don't have to. They should, but they don't have to, and that's the point. Until they're forced, they will not do a damn thing.
I'm about
Nintendo is
to put
literally
my
spitting their
bulletproof
own
vest
fart.
on and go to Nintendo headquarters right now.
Look, I'm
Y'all
just
gonna
trying to
fix
tell you,
my system by
Nintendo-
any means necessary.
I'm just trying to tell you,
And
Make
it's
that
different,
is
it's different for us
riding-
nowadays, because especially us who grew up with what happened with like the Red Ring of Death and everything like 10, 20 years ago, we aren't going to take it because we were the young generation. We didn't have much control. Now that we're the ones putting up the money, yeah, we want something to be done about it.
I'm a
I
little older
swear
than you. I
this-
put up money for that too.
No,
And guess
no, but
what?
that's the thing.
this-
Microsoft, hold on. Microsoft customer service, when the Red Ring of Death happened, you got your system back in 2 weeks. It was excellent. Excellent.
But we also know now, especially and are privy to how that conversation went behind closed doors and how that decision almost didn't happen years ago.
We can't worry about that. We the
No,
consumer.
we
We
can't.
talk about what happened when it did it. We talk
When
about
it
what
did.
you're supposed to do when it happens. So X-Men, touch on this, and then we go on to you, Scrub.
I thought Sir X-Men already did touch on it.
No,
No.
he
Go
was
to
getting ready to say
Scrub.
something.
It's cool, man. He been waiting for a while, man. Go to
Yeah.
All
Scrub.
right, go ahead, Scrub. Go ahead.
There's three things we are missing when we're arguing about all of this. All right. First of all, the bricking situation. We don't know how many handhelds that's happened to because it's on Twitter and because people who are hardcore about this and following the news, that easily could be 5 people. Okay. Most of this stuff, these handhelds just came out. Most electronics and equipment have a limited warranty when it first comes out. Could be 60 days, could be 90 days, 120 days, whatever. 30 days if some of these controllers. All right. Most of that's going to fall under warranty on the thumbsticks. Them breaking it, they might do base by base. Somebody gets loud, it gets to be news over there. They'll do it underhand when nobody's paying attention and just replace it, or they'll fix it. You'll get an email saying, "Hey, Mr. Johnson, sorry about the inconvenience. We apologize, blah, blah, blah." Nintendo will never make a big statement about this because it's going to draw more eyes to it. They'll just, under the table, real quickly fix the situation. You already brought up Red Ring of Death. There's something called recall cost analysis.
Facts.
If it costs less to replace that one thing, they're not going to recall everything. So when you have a handheld, who buys most of these handhelds? Adults or kids?
Adults.
Okay, adults buy them. Just like when you were little, adults bought your Nintendo, to the fact that when you even got them to buy you a PlayStation or Xbox, they said, "Oh, you over there playing Nintendo?" Parents not paying attention to that. If I had a 5-year-old kid playing on a Switch and the thumbsticks broke when I walk in the room, what am I going to think? I'm going to think, "Oh, this handheld just wasn't built quite," or I got a kid that don't know how to take care of stuff. They done already broke 15 other toys that I bought for them. Thumbstick broke. They're going to rebuy another set of joysticks. Second of all, when you talk about that, when this handheld, what's the percentage of people who actually play the Switch as a handheld?
I don't know. Don't give me the line.
Okay, well,
Mine don't leave my house.
But there's a vast majority of people who never touch them sticks. They're docked and they use a totally another set of joysticks to
My
play
Switch
this
left the
game.
house one time. My Switch won in 8
Right.
years once.
So the number of broken joysticks that's really going to be a problem is not going to be enough for them to start doing recalls. Nintendo will not do a recall until the number is so high that it's cheaper for them
But
just to
hold on,
replace
can I say
it.
this? Can I
Go
add
ahead.
to that? They
Go ahead.
already started a replacement program for the Joy-Cons. They did do that.
Guess who else did that? Xbox 360. They just extended the warranty because people like me were in college. People like me were in college playing Call of Duty or whatever game for 14 hours straight because they had a day off from school.
And
Playing
throwing
all
them
the
bitches
way
against
up.
the wall when they missed them nukes.
Never turn the console off. The second I put the stick down to go to sleep, a homeboy in the dorm, in the apartment picked it up and started playing it too. And they started replacing them, like you said, every 2 weeks. Since it was under warranty, I got a red ring of death. I don't care. Send me the next one.
He said, I don't care.
I went through 4 of them. I went through 4 Xbox 360s. Nintendo Switch will not.
I own 4.
Yeah. But I only paid for one because the rest of them ringed out. They all ringed out before the warranty went out. So I only paid for one out of 4. The first one.
I bought 2 at launch. My daughter's godfather bought 1, and 18 out of 19 games. That would be mini me. Psycho. You talking about hardcore? Psycho.
Yeah. I went through 3 red rings.
And I modded one of them. Then I got me 2 more Slims, and I had it in every room that I played games in.
So this thing is becoming news because the people who are talking about it, like on this podcast or anywhere else, are making a story about it. But the numbers of this happening to people is not great enough for Nintendo to do crap about it. The only thing that they're really going to fix, they set up that whole program for PR. And every now and then they're going to get one come in and then they'll replace it. But they did that for PR to tamp it down. The numbers of people who actually going to have that problem is not going to be enough for a recall. So they made this little program. What'd you say?
No. My bad.
They make this little program, good PR. As far as bricking, they're just going to quietly fix whatever they did, hopefully. And that's probably what they're going to do. And then talk to the people that it's happening to, and it's going to get fixed down the line. This is only a big thing because of Twitter, and it's really not big because most folks don't know crap about it.
No. It's not big, but people are complaining. It's not like I seen millions. I seen about 500 hot tweets, bro. And
but the 500 hot tweets are not 500 brick consoles.
No. I'm talking about the brick situation. I did my homework, and then because I got it from YouTube, and I seen people making videos, and when I did the homework, I went to Reddit. It was like 500 responses. That's not a lot out of 3.5 million people. Let's just keep it gangster. But I did my homework. I'm not gonna get on here and say, it's a massive defect. That's the dudes that want to do clickbait. I don't do that. I did my homework. I saw 500 separate tweets. That was the number that I saw, but that's still that was America. That's not Europe. That's not the worldwide launch. But I'm saying in America, from what I saw on Reddit, it was only 500. It could have been on Facebook groups. It could have been on anything else. But what I researched and actually did the homework to I could report back to y'all guys on my team and the people who's watching, I saw 500 people complaining. And I said, you know what? Let me just sign offline. Let me just disconnect from my Ethernet and take out my wireless access until they fix this because I don't want that problem, bro.
It's gonna be a button press. It's gonna be an update, and
shout out to Wise,
then it's gonna be fixed.
I didn't buy my system. Wise got it for me, so now I got to send it back to Wise for him to send it back from wherever he got it. That's too many steps for me. So I'm not online.
I got one thing to say. I got
move
one
on.
to say real quick. Yeah, you know how many? And I didn't care. I bought it. I got another one because I was enjoying it. You know how many
What?
PS2s I had to replace?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But I went and bought another one
That's why I said this not a Nintendo thing.
because you know it's not a big deal for me. But I'm just saying, in this day and age, you know, I mean, you would think the way they build these things now, you shouldn't have this much.
I'm gonna say something that's messy in a minute.
Go for it. I bought like 4 PS2s.
I'm gonna say something that's messy. You know, I like to have guests on here, and whatever guests I bring on here is always somebody who's going to educate the community, give their honest opinion. They may have a platform of preference, which is okay. Everybody got a platform of preference here, right? Whether it's PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, it doesn't matter. But when I give out the topics and we're talking about general information, and the guest goes, well, you know what? I don't want to talk about Nintendo being the bricking system because I don't really like that. I'm like, do you want to talk about the information or do you want to suck penis?
Oh, shit.
That's why they not here.
Hey, Bloody, I think he was talking to you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow. But it's like...
I didn't know that we were calling your mom into the chat. She was ready to suck everyone.
Whoa.
Yo, all right.
Mute both of y'all.
I talked to y'all about this before the show started. I told
they can't help themselves. They can't help.
Hey, look.
I told you to behave.
I was behaving. He wanted to fire first. It's not my fault. He caught strays.
You've been firing
like
all
his mom.
day.
She was.
Technically, y'all fired on him first, and then everybody fired on him. Technically,
Thank
but
you.
listen. So that's why we don't have a guest this week because I don't want nobody coming on Dragon's Den, and we're not gonna fraud the public. We're gonna talk about the current news, whether you like it or not, whether it's your favorite platform or not. We're gonna be real here. If you can't be real, don't come here. I want you to be yourself. This is not scripted. I don't want no fake shit. I don't want none of that. We have enough of that on the internet. I'm a small content creator. We're all here small content creators. Anybody under 1 million is considered small content creators.
That's why Lemon always says facts.
Right. The guest didn't like the Nintendo topic, and I will never invite you back. I'm not going to say names because I ain't going to be that messy, but you can't come here.
This is where I got to dip. I love y'all. They should have
love
me.
You more.
Shout out to chat.
Take care.
We'll catch up again, Big Cloud.
That's the sound.
That's the sound. That's the sound of Big Cloud
Hey,
checking
always
your
wear your
PSN.
bulletproof vest, man. Always wear your vest, man.
That's the sound of me checking your PSN.
Listen, he gonna take the glasses. I want to see your trophies. I want to see them receipts. All right, bro. Wise, if you still there, you let me know. You let me know if you still there, Wise, and I'll have Sir X-Men send it to you one-on-one this time and not in Wise Old Gamers Wasted with Wise Chat, dumbass.
What?
Yeah, you shared the link last time to everybody. You're supposed to send it to Wise. So if you're going to send the link, send it directly to Wise. I said, why did he put this in Wasted with Wise? Everybody going to join. If they saw it, send it directly to Wise, one-on-one peer point. You're welcome, Wise.
I ain't sending him shit no more.
No, I asked you to send it.
I did.
God damn it. Thank you. So it's like, listen, man. So I try to be the real, man. We got enough fake dudes out here. Now I can't do fake. So
that's all. That's not just you. That's us. This group right here.
But I have to speak because I'm talking. I can't talk for the anybody here is real, and they know that. But I have to say something that happened to me that kind of pissed me off, and if I probably saw him, I would slap him because I hate fakeness. Like if you want to do clickbait, go somewhere else. Like don't say yo Lemon, get me on. Then I show you the topics. I'm not talking about Nintendo bricking systems. Why would we do that? Because it's the truth.
Yep.
No time for fake ones.
Right.
Just sipping Cristal with these real ones.
Why you right? Talk that is like why
From
you mad
East
at
to
me?
West Coast,
Nah, we ain't
spreading
doing
love
that.
songs.
Facts, not fake.
Yeah, facts. Yo, anyway, we ain't doing that. If you want fake news, go somewhere else. You want your ego stroke, go somewhere else. We don't do that here. We talk. This channel's called 108 Dragons TV, and this is called the Dragons Den. This is not Xbox anything. This ain't PlayStation anything. This ain't Nintendo anything. This is gaming news. And if you can't handle it, take your mustard ass heart somewhere else. Facts. Anyway, let's get into Microsoft. I don't like to talk about money, but I put this in here because my man, Sir to the X-Men, tried to hit me up and say, oh, NVIDIA costs more money. They are the biggest company. I said, 18 months, Microsoft, first $5 trillion company, which I don't brag about their money. I just like being right. So this topic is real quick. Bloody, I'm going to go to you because I'm going to Sir Petty last. Whatever. I was right.
I was like, he keeps it up. There's going to be an E in front of that X, if you know what I'm saying.
You were right for that month. You were right for that month.
No, this month. I was right for this month. Let's go. X, go on, give it to you.
Last month, it was a different story.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. You can't say nothing about last month, can you?
Well, they was tied.
So all I can say on this topic is, are we really surprised?
You petty scrub.
like-
I see that.
I was like, the thing is that we knew that this was gonna happen. They're the tech giant. They were the first one to cross $1 trillion. They were the first one to cross 2, and again, they were the first one to cross 3. Are we really surprised they're going to hit 5?
Can I say this?
Go ahead.
They're leaving the game in space. They're giving up.
Yo, you need to stop quoting Pizza Face right now, okay? Stop quoting Pizza Face.
Hey, he ain't the only one saying it.
I know.
He the only one that keeps saying it.
I know.
That's how you get them clicks. That's how you get them clicks. What's going on, gamers? Today we're talking about Xbox.
Wow,
You gotta understand.
Wait, I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
Right now.
Today we're talking about Xbox. You gotta show the controller when you do it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I'm
like
sorry.
this game, but it just happened to be on Xbox.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Your bloody finish up, man, so we can move on to
that was it. I was like, are we really surprised? We knew it was gonna come. It's a matter of time.
And listen, people, the reason I point this shit out, this is facts. Because it's crazy the stupidness that these clowns regurgitate. And they don't let go. Game Pass is bad. No day and date on PlayStation is good.
It's my $70.
Yo, right. Like, who doesn't want to save money? The biggest thing on Steam is the summer and winter sales. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, they doing a killing too.
Holy shit, this community is pathetic. And I ain't talking about the gamers. I'm talking about these content lamers. Bars. Scrub, talk to me. $5 trillion. They're moving forward. They dominating the PlayStation store. They're putting games everywhere. They got a VR headset, which we're going to talk about, and I'm going to crap on you fake content creators again. Oh,
Well,
boy, I'm on fire today.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't be. This is what news and finance channels do all the time. All right. Somebody hits a new milestone, it's a news thing, which it is. If you hit a milestone and somebody's never done it before, celebrate it, talk about it, whatever.
Wise, where you at?
The thing is, with like we were talking about off air in the background.
I do it now.
NVIDIA hit this one, Microsoft hit this one. They're gonna go back and forth 100 times. Who's the top before the end of the year? because they're so close right now. Every day, depending on how the market goes,
by the dollars and cents, right?
Yes. Same thing with Apple, does the same thing, up and down, wherever they were. For a while, it was between Apple and Microsoft. So, and then Tesla up and back and forth, back and forth. Now that some of these, like Tesla prices have dropped as far as their shares, they're kind of trending behind. It'll be a long time, if any, they'll catch back up to say, oh, they were top. But every other day, one of them's going to be in the top as far as trillion-dollar companies. But what I will say with people who are doing doomsaying about Xbox and who's going to continue in gaming and Xbox is doomed. Has anybody ever heard of this publisher called Epic? And there was a game called Fortnite Saves the World. I played it when it first came out. Fortnite Saves the World. Okay. And it was not a fun game, but it was interesting and something to try out. Then all of a sudden, Fortnite makes a battle royale and starts taking pieces from every battle royale around.
No. Who did they copy? They didn't take pieces from nobody. They took a game and
they did.
PUBG.
Yes, and then when Apex battle royale out. But Apex came right after that.
No.
Just listen. No. Listen, let me finish what I'm about to say.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yes, PUBG was out. And they started taking stuff from PUBG. But guess what? When Apex came out, Apex started letting you can mark where you want to go, mark your enemies. You can do these different things. And then when it was like, oh, this is something that Fortnite doesn't have, 100%. I'm going to start taking from Apex. When this new battle royale comes out, oh, they 100%. Have this. I'm going to take this from this one.
I get your point. My bad.
How many games? Not games, but developers Epic had under their wing that they said, stop everything you're doing, and now you're going to work on Fortnite, and that's it. To the fact that they got almost 5 studios working on Fortnite.
Yeah.
So when we're looking, games. So when we're looking now at Microsoft is software. Windows. We're going to put Windows everywhere, to the fact that we're going to put Windows on Apple. All right.
No, Apple going to put Windows on Apple.
Yeah.
They bowed the knee out.
Right. But there was pressure before then. Windows.
That wasn't a Windows thing. They tapped out. They knew they couldn't win. And they said, we now accept Windows on all our devices.
Yes, but in the App Store, every time somebody can't put their app on Apple,
facts.
They bring it to the attention. It becomes news, and then the consumers ask for it. Yes. Pressure got high enough. Windows is now on Apple. Okay, so no, Microsoft didn't strong arm them.
No,
but the pressure was put on them through various other ways. All right. So we have that with Windows. Games make money. Years ago, not last year, not 2 years ago, video games surpassed any other entertainment in the whole entire world as far as making money.
1 trillion, number one entertainment platform on the planet.
10 to 15 years ago, Microsoft was trying to make discussions of whether they was going to shut down their whole gaming division. And then they decided and found out that this was making money. Phil and his team made spreadsheets and everything else for Satya and said, let me do this. And Satya, I guess, saw the vision and said, let's try it out, because they were on their last leg. Now that Satya sees how much money comes in, this is why you're seeing Xbox games, Microsoft Studio games going to other places. It's not necessarily Xbox Central, we're giving up. It makes money. How do you think they're getting to 5 trillion? How do you think they're getting to 5 trillion?
That gaming division is crazy right now.
Right, because you're putting it everywhere. First PC, day and date. Now we're doing PC day and date, and some PlayStation games day and date, and then not PlayStation games, but on PlayStation, and some of them later on. Game Pass is on everything. It's on the Fire Stick. It's on the Samsung. It's on the LG. Go ahead.
Can I hit you with a trivia?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to pick your brain. What was their first multi-plat billion-dollar success?
I want to say it's Minecraft.
There you go.
That's my guy.
And
it's still number one.
And they made back their Minecraft money. The money that they spent on Minecraft, they made that back in less than 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The money that they made.
Deal in gaming until the Bethesda. Oh, excuse me, not the Bethesda deal, because Bethesda ain't worth $7.6 billion. It was the ZeniMax deal.
Right.
They bought the company that owned all of them, id and everybody.
Right.
So the first.
And remember what happened?
Gaming, but
that within a few months after they made that deal, they said they made enough to be able to make that purchase several times over.
Yeah, they made their money back on ZeniMax already. Yes.
Oh no, they made that back within months, less than a year.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So they're making killing. So as far as this $1 trillion company, Windows,
Mr. Nichols. Right.
Microsoft would not be where they're at, $5 trillion, if it wasn't for Game Pass and then putting those games everywhere. So to all those folks. To all those folks that say Microsoft have lost their way, but then at the same time you want to talk about we're the most $1 trillion making company. You can't have one without the other.
That's a fact.
You can't have one without the other. Those games going everywhere made them where they are today. And I talked enough, but that's what I had to say on it.
Sir X-Men, man, Xbox, Microsoft dead. Oh, they don't care about consoles. They putting their games everywhere. This is an Xbox. Talk to me. $5 trillion in 18 months. A year and 6 months. Talk to me.
Who let the hungry hippo in here?
Levin was here in the beginning. Without him, there's no show.
No, but
oh no.
Wow. You know I love you, Wise. But,
wow.
Hey man, I'm defending you. You should support me more often.
Wow.
I've been a Microsoft fan since like the 90s when they split from Apple, dude. So I might be a little biased, but
puff pass, motherfucker. finish, bro. Finish.
I didn't know that kind of show. But
hey, Lemon, you might not want to put your lips behind this man.
Yo, shout out to Be Nice. Be Nice in the building. Yo, listen, man. For all my supporters, in August, I'm starting my road to Gamescom for 2026. I want y'all to support me. I'm telling y'all now. I don't ask for nothing, but that Germany trip is crazy. But anyway, continue so we can go to bloody.
Here.
Well,
wait for this $1 trillion topic. I started it.
But nah, NVIDIA and Microsoft.
Let Sir X-Men go.
NVIDIA and Microsoft has been going at it back and forth. Who's at the top? It's always been like that. But right now, Microsoft is now at the top, and they're gaining momentum in the stock market. So they're doing their thing to survive. But you touched on that a little bit. When Microsoft implemented what they did to the PC.
I see a name. Excuse me. I see a name in the chat I ain't never seen. I gotta say this, Sir X-Men.
What's up?
You see that? It says Pink Giggles. Shout out to Pink Giggles. I never
that
seen that name.
Pink Giggles. No. She cool. She runs with
I didn't say she wasn't cool.
I know her.
I just said I never seen her in my chat. So shout out to Pink Giggles.
Pink Piggles. Pink Piggles.
Oh, my bad. Pink Piggles. My bad.
He ain't got his glasses on.
It's her. She's my bowling buddy on Sundays and
okay.
some other stuff.
I know. That's why. Some reason I equated her to you. Like I ain't never seen
and she has her own podcast on Sundays. So she's
maybe you can get her as a guest. Like I be asking y'all to bring people on that you know. But anyway, we're not gonna even go there. We're not gonna go there. Finish her, X-Men. Talk about
I got to
that,
keep some
Five.
things to myself, man. But
Selfish bastard. You're a selfish
This
bastard.
motherfucker.
Oh,
nah,
my, what's good?
I
I'm about
might
to
talk
kick
to
ass
you.
in bowling tomorrow. Wow.
He still got the Ark of the Covenant to himself. That's why can't nobody find it.
Shit.
You know what? If you had got trapped, I wouldn't have never picked you up in that cave, bro. I should have just left you standing there. and let
You
that
know you
roller roll
can't
over
talk
you.
to this dude too much because he will forget what he say.
I wasn't gonna forget,
You
but I
gotta
keep
forgive him,
getting
man. You know,
interrupted.
what can you say about the man who was the conductor of the Underground Railroad? So what?
You take your broke ass Nintendo somewhere, all right? But
Nah, son. We ain't gonna act like that didn't just happen.
No, we all heard it, and it was funny.
you know what? You ain't no spring
Yo,
chicken
shout out to
either.
my brother. Yo, shout out to my brother King in the chat, man. Yo, I love you, bro. Yo,
Sir X-Men, I gotta ask you one thing though.
Now can I make
let
my,
Sir
now can
X-Men
I
finish
make my
his point.
please?
Yes. Hey, yo. Go ahead. That was crazy, Wise. I'm gonna mute you. You got one more time. I swear to God.
They're about to get much bigger and they're about to surpass a lot of people out there. Because I just said with the acquisition between them and Steam is now on PC and it's about to be on the handheld and it's about to be on the new console. Do you know how much revenue they're about to bring in? Steam says thank you, because now we might get more people in our Steam store since they can play their games right in your store. So both of them are about to grow together. Do you know the profit margin? Microsoft probably by the end of next year, if they do it right, or 2027, could turn into a $6 trillion company. Nobody's catching that.
But you know what?
Nobody's
Technically, I don't care what they make. I just know they ain't going nowhere. That's the reason of the top. That's the reason of the topic. And Young King, I know you did, but I want King to stick around for the next topic because I'm going to destroy the narrative. Crazy next topic.
Can I finish?
Yeah, yes. I said finish. I'm just talking to my brother in the chat.
I know. I say you do. It's cool. But here's the thing. While Microsoft stock is going down,
what?
I gotta do it a little bit. I mean, going
Microsoft
up.
stock is.
He got Alzheimer's.
My fault. Let me correct.
I
correct myself. Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
I did a Microsoft. I sinned against Microsoft, and I apologize. I stand corrected.
You don't curse like nobody like that on nobody else's channel.
Yes, I do. I did it to Bushido yesterday. Remember?
Anyway,
but I like you guys. But
can you finish before you forget? Come on. People
He
are
was
waiting.
yelling at everyone else.
Okay,
I have a.
Shut up.
I don't have anymore.
Microsoft stock is going up, and they're climbing, and they're diversifying, and they're becoming in more areas where they can make more money, profit, and organize.
Paris is crazy.
But there are certain people, there are certain companies in here, in this area, that are not doing things like that. And if they don't start diversifying, like Microsoft is going towards the future way of gaming, then in the future, some companies might not survive. And I don't want no company not to survive. Gaming is a tradition, whether you're on PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, or PC, or wherever you want to play. But you need to start evolving. Don't take forever and a day not to evolve. You got to decide, are you going to be in movies and stuff, or you're going to do all of it together? That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Yo, Pink, I see you in the chat, man. What was your name on Call of Duty? Put that in the chat because I don't really remember. So listen, I want to move on.
I remember that one Friday she played with us because she was like, she doesn't play Call of Duty that much. Yeah, I remember you now when you said that. Mm-hmm. Welcome.
Now I want to talk facts, man. And we gonna get to the MetaQuest 3 limited edition 3 3S, right? It's not an Xbox headset. It's definitely a 3S limited. What can you say? What's the word I used yesterday, man? It's a themed 3S. It's not an Xbox device. Shout out to Paris in the chat. I watched this. He was technically Paris, man, on some real stuff. I watched other people talk about this headset before it came out, and they don't know what they be talking about. When you broke it down, you do the simplest unboxings. I'm a little bit more crazy with it. Camera angles, crazy all over the place, but you broke it down. You said this is not a special 3S. This 3S and the regular 3S is the same, and you can also do things on the Oculus Quest 3. And I had dudes saying, this is an Xbox headset, and this you only can stream the games with the Xbox app over here. And I'm like, somebody need to delete their channels because they just be promoting nonsense. So shout out to Parrots in the chat, man. I definitely gave him a thumbs up on this video. Very simple, very to the point, great unboxing. Some of y'all need to do your homework before you put your information to the masses. Jesus. But anyway, we'll get back to that. But I want to talk about this Xbox PC launcher. Now, this is what's crazy. This is a question. Yo, King, pay attention. If PlayStation go day and date on PC, is it day and date on Xbox if they have a PC launcher? And I'm being messy. So I'm going to go to you first, Wise. Shout out to the guests. Shout out to the guy who got me my Switch, bitch. But I'm going to say this. You're muted. And stop talking because I ain't finished with your intro. You're muted.
Is that a fuck you that you got me? That I got you a Switch, or a thank you that I got you a Switch?
No, it's a thank you. It's always a thank you, bro. Thank you. But I'm saying this. Xbox is crossing them lines where people say, yo, Xbox going third party. Now, shout out to my boy KY. I downloaded the new app on my PC. I can't wait to do it on my ROG Ally X, where we getting that all the stores in one place like Armory Crate, and you load up Spider-Man 2, or you load up Days Gone, Death Stranding, God of War. But I'm saying Microsoft is taking it somewhere that they should have taken it in the beginning. They are a PC entity. They own PC. 97%, and those are the numbers, 97% of the PCs connected to the internet are Windows. Those are all Xboxes. All of them. Asus, Hewlett Packard Predators, Dells, OnePlus, One X Players, Asus ROGs. Those are all Windows devices. This is why Windows doesn't need a handheld. They don't need to do RD to give you that. What they need to do is make it simplified, easy for you to jump into your games, jump in and out, and make it more seamless for you to have that experience.
Don't forget all the Windows apps on Android too.
Facts. So this is the point. This is what I want to talk about. This is what we should talk about. This is what the community needs to talk about. If a game drops day and date and launches on Steam, and you can load it on Xbox, that means PlayStation is going to be on Xbox. It's an Xbox game because it's going to be flawless. It's going to be seamless. So I'm going to start with you, Wise, the connoisseur of craziness. Puff, puff, pass.
No, just puff, 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 puff. Fuck the pass.
Talk to me. How you feeling about this? That launcher looking crazy. Crazy.
You know, I've had my problems with the PC environment. Like
But you're not a PC head. Let's say that for the community. You're not a PC guy.
I am not a PC guy. I've never been.
Right.
And I'm very happy not being one. Okay, so like, you know, I mean, to each their own. If they want to play on a PC, great. If not, I mean, I just don't. So when I got the Ally X, I was dipping my toes in all of this stuff, right? So you know my problems with the Ally X. If this app or this OS that they're developing makes it as seamless as I can get in, play my game, and get out, then I'm down day one. And the thing is this, right? I was thinking when they went down this platform that everything is an Xbox, and you said it earlier. Why didn't they do this in the beginning, right? Because
no, they tried 360, Shadowrun, and another game. They tried to do games for Windows. The hardware on console was not ready. They tried this.
That's
from
what
360.
I'm saying. Like
wasn't ready.
But like right now, this generation and the last
Gears of War on PC.
But this generation, the last generation are the last two generations where the mobile chip and the desktop chip are in parity of power in the sense that you can play the game on your Series X, but you can also port it down to the smaller ones. And so Microsoft saw this, right? They're like, okay, well, if our goal, and see, their goal has always been the same fucking goal since the OG Xbox. They just wanted a Microsoft answer to the living room. Okay.
To the living room, a living room device. Bill Gates said it day one. I want a device that's Windows in your living room.
Exactly. But the problem now is now that they see it, now they see these chips, these mobile chips and these
IPUs.
They're coming to a closer parity than they ever have. So now it's not it's not linked to just the TV. It's not just linked to a handheld. It's not even linked to a phone. It's the whole ball of wax. And as gamers, we want to be able to play our game whenever we're ready in whatever format we want. So they probably see it. They probably say, okay, this is where things are eventually going down. Eventually, there might be a situation where, they might even develop an Xbox app on the phone where you play it and it's in, whatever. I don't know what they're going to be doing. But what I'm saying is that is why they are pivoting to everything as an Xbox, because they see the writing on the wall that the form factor is no longer relevant, especially for the gamers that they cater to, which is the predominantly PC gamer. Now, people saying, okay, like Sir X-Men was saying, oh, the model is antiquated. The model has been antiquated for the very long time. Mm-hmm. Okay. But you have to understand, these are all fundamental businesses and they only have one goal. And as that's they have a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders. So they got to find a business model that works for them and that the shareholders are happy. Nintendo shareholders are happy. They do not want you to rock the system. Yeah. Same thing with PlayStation shareholders. Now, Xbox and Microsoft shareholders are like, look, we've invested. We want to see a bigger income. So that's what Microsoft had to do. I don't think nobody's going to spend $70 billion fucking dollars on anything and then shut the fucking thing down. I'm sorry. I mean, if anyone is even assuming that, you don't know shit about business. You don't know shit about business. Nobody's going to spend $70 billion. All right.
Facts.
So that
I didn't know Nintendo was on the stock market.
Yeah, of course. It's in the
everybody's in the stock market. They got a business.
The one in Japan that you can buy their stocks in the Japanese stock market.
Steam ain't on the stock market though.
Shout out to Steve Biko, Rewatch Gang in the building. I see you, bro. You're supposed to be leading the pack of Rewatch, but anyway.
But let me say this though. As much as I champion Xbox what they're doing, and I want them because I think they make great games. And at the end of the day, for me, it's just a fucking game. The device on which I consume said game is irrelevant to me. I could care less. Okay. But let me just say this. And some people are not going to like this, but it's true.
You don't have to. That's your opinion.
I don't think Xbox is building a console. I think Xbox is building an ecosystem. And there is a difference in that.
They're building both, bro. We had this conversation before with I'm not going to even do my sources. Mm-hmm. You know what I said to you after the show. Mm-hmm. They're building a box. And they're not building a box for the casuals. They're building a box for the hardcore.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's just a box. I think
no. It's part of the ecosystem. It's not going to be separate. It's not a separate box. It is part of the ecosystem. It is part of their vision on where they're going.
But you see, the good thing about them is they're saying, okay, for us, the device on which you consume it is irrelevant. We don't care whether you buy it.
It is, but they're not saying we're going to give you a BS console
no,
because
I'm
the
not
next
saying that
console
either.
is going to be about that smoke.
You see, the problem is like with the PlayStation, right? If you are going to buy,
right? That's our bet, right? Who gonna have the most powerful console, PS6 or the next Xbox?
You got a steak dinner on it too. So there you go.
We got a steak dinner on
and
that.
And not a cheap ass steak dinner either. I'm talking about some good Wagyu beef. God damn it!
Yo. I never had Wagyu beef, but
me
I
and
had
you're gonna
Wagyu
go
chick.
ham on it. Shit. We'll blow one of my checks on. There you go.
But nah, Anyway, continue.
No, but
bro,
what I'm saying is I'm not saying that they're going to diminish the value. They can't diminish the quality of the console because Asus, who's relying on the console for their profit, they're not going to sell shit if it's not reliable, right? But what I'm saying is that like the approach is different. PlayStation they want to do the same thing, but they want you to buy their first party proprietary hardware in which to consume said content. And therein lies the rub. Microsoft is like, fuck, we don't care. We don't care.
Why should they? Why should they? They're the software kings.
Yeah. We play it in a box, play it on with a Fox, play it on a house, play it with a mouse. Let
me pick your brain real quick, right? Mm-hmm. I do a lot of things for this channel. I bought that 4K Max. I caught it on sale for $34. I just wanted to test the streaming. Matter of fact, I should give away to one of the members. I should start a membership giveaway for that device. For anybody that's interested, your membership, I'm gonna start a poll or something next week or week after. I bought that device just to test out the cloud gaming on it with a controller. Works pretty damn good. It's not a console. It's cloud gaming. I also tested cloud gaming on my Asus ROG Ally, even though I have the default Game Pass app. Mm-hmm. I'm just a tech head dude that just want to try shit to buy shit.
How did you like the? Did you like the screen sharing thing? The what they call that shit on PlayStation, where you can stream it from the box to your device. What is that shit called?
Okay, let me tell you how technically advanced I am. I was doing what the Portal was doing. If you go look at my Twitter feed, I showed
remote play
on the Asus ROG Ally White Edition, the first one, at a better performance, 1080p, HDR, 60 frames on a ROG Ally. I posted that video on Twitter.
But you see,
go check my feeds.
Yeah,
but see, that's the type of dude I am. I do things like that.
HDR.
But the good thing about this is now that they're not married to any one particular device, they can start optimizing their software for all devices. And therein what I like.
But listen to my point. Microsoft is carried by hardcore. Sony is carried by the general casual. And we ain't talking about the United States. We talking about on the planet. Casuals carry them. They do have a hardcore team. Facts. I'm part of that. I buy PlayStations day one. Some people wait till a year, 2 years after. I'm not that guy. If you look at my channel, day and date, both consoles 2 days apart, I unbox both. This is who I am. That's not the average person. But Microsoft is a Microsoft company, right? They are not dominant in that space. They are dominant with software. Microsoft controls most of the PCs on the planet with their software. Period. They like iRobot.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And you have to win by those means. They cannot beat Sony with the brand name of Sony. My last TV I bought was $4,000 from Sony. It was a CRT. It was the XBR 400. The thing weighed 306 pounds. It was a CRT TV. I'm a Sony dude.
That's a big bag.
Right. I own the last greatest Sony 5.1 receiver, which is in my bedroom.
Fuck that. We all owned the Walkman back in the day.
Yo, the Walkman too.
I got Sony headset right now.
I'm a Sony.
I got an XM6 here, yeah.
He said the XM6. I got the 4s.
The
right?
sixes
I got the 4s.
Love them.
I'm a Sony dude. Don't ever get it twisted. But right now, in my surround sound system, I got an Onkyo.
Hey, you want to hear some bullshit?
15.4. But hold on, let me finish. What I'm saying is when I talk to people and give people the facts, it's not against Sony. Microsoft is just doing what they're doing best. And you can't knock them if they say, yo, we going to do what we do best.
Hey, check this out, though.
We're going to kill you with software.
Check this out. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is a Sony headset, right? This is the XM6. I paid like $400 something for it, right? I can't do Bluetooth with my PS5 with these headphones.
It won't accept it.
It won't accept it. What the fuck? This is Sony. You would think of all the fucking headphones that are out on the market, the one that would communicate with the PS is the motherfucking one made on Sony.
Pulses. Buy that pulse.
They want you to buy some more. They want you to buy other headphones.
What did it say for the payers?
For the payers.
For the payers, yep.
Listen,
I mean, I would try to do that
got
shit
a
like.
headphone jack. I use my A40s on my Xbox, my Switch 2 now, and my PlayStation. I don't care.
No, the other night I fired up Death Stranding too. I said,
this is how you fix it. You put this into your XM headset, and you put this.
That's what I did. I don't want.
That fixes real easy.
No.
I'm just saying.
But my point is, if you would,
it looked like a small seat color.
I mean, it came with the headset.
Wow.
It comes with the headset.
it, but what I'm saying is, if you would think if any of the headphones in the market could communicate with the PlayStation, it would be the one made by the motherfucking corporation.
Man, y'all been amazing tonight. Anyway, Waz, we got to move on to the next person. Listen, man, you're bloody, you red chili pepper looking sucker. Listen, man. Listen, if the way Microsoft is going, Steam launches, they bringing in Epic stores, they bringing in all these, you know, they doing with the handheld. If it's day and date on PC, that means day and date on Xbox. Where are they going with it, bro? And are you feeling it? Are you going to get into the ecosystem? Did you download this on PC? Because that Steam store is looking voluptuous.
Here's the thing. The Steam store has always been voluptuous. Whether you're a hardcore PC dude or a casual, Steam was the go-to. I had a massive Steam library, and I was gaming off of an old shitty Toshiba laptop. I was using whatever I could. I took advantage of every Humble Bundle, every summer sale, every winter sale, every deal of the week, random publisher sales, whatever I could extend my Steam library, I did. Same thing that I was doing with Xbox directly store, PC sales directly through the store, because as the achievement hunter whore that I am, I want to increase my gamer score. So I was like, if it was directly tied to the Xbox store in any way, I bought it on PC if it was only on PC. Them combining or making a custom launcher that's able to run both games is the same thing that Steam did back in the day. I was like, it's what Steam does now. You can add games that are not Steam related or from the Steam store to your Steam library, so it would launch it all through one launcher. They're just allowing Microsoft to do the same thing with their PC launcher. So now the Steam stores is going to combine with the Xbox launcher. I think it's the fact that they're working together to make that a thing or to continue doing that, honestly, is great for organization for people like me who like to have everything in one place. Whether I'm going through 6 different stores, I was like, the fact that I can have one launcher that plays it all is great. There's those weird PC dudes that want to complain about everything, about having to open multiple launchers. For me, the only reason I don't like multiple launchers is that I forget which games I have in which place, and I just forget shit, and then I don't want to have to sit there and be opening everything up and closing it again. They complain about it because they're weird. I do it because it's an organizational thing. So the fact that they're working together to make it all accessible through the PC launcher, which Steam already, as I stated, already supported, honestly makes it so much easier for me. I was like, I like to have that simplification of organization, as I like to say.
Okay. I like that. Scrub, talk to me, man. I know you're not a handheld dude.
Nope.
Do you play on your PC?
Here's the thing. PlayStation and Sony are not going to have any problem about this situation, because I'm about to purchase a PlayStation pretty soon when I build my PC. And
damn.
You know, I did not buy a PS5 or a PS5 Pro. I'm sad to say that eventually these games are going to come day and date on a regular basis to PC. So for all the people that are fighting it, be mad. But all these people who are sitting there talking about,
Hey, Matt,
Sony will never let their games play on an Xbox app. First of all, it's running off Microsoft, so there's really not that much you can do unless you say none of your games can be based off of Windows and it's only Linux based.
I'm gonna hit you with a little bit more information, bro.
Yeah. But this is the thing. If this ends up being where you can play your PlayStation games on there and you already have a PC, all it is just making it easier for folks who only have one console or only PC, and you can just buy PlayStation games, because consoles are a loss leader for both companies. They're not making money. I mean, PlayStation and Sony is now making money. Some people say between $50 and $100 on a console. But how many consoles a person buys in a year versus how many video games a person buys on said platform a year? So what would you mind them buying? Getting that $100 off a console and never getting money off of that ever again for the next 5, 6, 7 years? Or every time you buy a game, whatever 70%, 30%, whatever split they get comes to Sony. It's going to go in Sony's pockets. They won't be mad, because what they're not telling everybody is they're going day and date to PC anyway. So it's not going to bother them. And that's just the facts of the matter. You're just going to have to deal with it.
Do you think their first party single player are going to go day and date?
Yes. Yes. Eventually, that's going to be, as you can see, they're slowly, Xbox just said, hey, y'all, first party, day and date, and that was it.
But see, they're a PC company. PlayStation is not. It's a different ball game.
But they also know their demographics. Hold on. They also know their demographics, and their fan base will raise holy hell. So that's why every couple of months, one game comes in a month after release. Now, the last couple of state of plays, this one game out of 6 is going day and date to PC. It's going to eventually get there, but they got to gradually move their fan base into thinking that it's a viable option.
Hold on, Wise. So, Bloody, was you going with the purchase of Nexus and the other company before that? I can't think of the other name. Why did they purchase them? Is that what you? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because
let me. Okay. Go ahead.
My point is like, if they don't see the
value,
purpose of PC or value, why are they going to invest in a company that's primary focus is porting, as well as another one that's able to help with supporting that platform? Their studios may not have experience with that.
I got the answer. Yo, chat, listen to this. Shout out to B Nice. Shout out to Joe Dunmore. Let me say this. The reason they had to purchase a third-party entity to port their games, because every single Microsoft company are PC dudes. They don't need the experience to port to PC because they already have it. Insomniac is not a PC company. They're not PC guys. Guerrilla Games are not PC guys. Okay? They don't have the experience. And we know this from God of Wars. Days Gone.
Can I say something? Can I inject?
But hold on, let me finish. Matter of fact, go ahead. Interject, bro.
No, the argument that will be said is, well, all of these games that are made by all
made
these
on PC.
Are made on PC. So that
console games are made with usually one spec in mind. PC games are made with specs across 10 years. Different ball game, different scaling. Do you remember when Android said we wanted to be the Windows of gaming, but all these Android phones, which Android is bigger than iOS.
Ooh, yeah.
We ain't gonna go there. We're not doing that. But the Android phones are bigger than iOS because iOS is made by Apple and they have their own devices and software. Whereas Google took the approach and said, we want to make a software that all phones could use. But the initial problem with doing the wide scale software,
the chips
on Android, no, not the chips. It was the resolution. This screen is excellent. That screen's trash. You got the Obama phones. You got the the Galaxy phones, which is high end, and you got the small Galaxy phones, and you got Huawei, and then you got all these companies using Android, and it had to scale. That was the problem.
And don't forget,
Now
then they started shoving Android in all the other devices too, like the boxes and shit.
like even the NVIDIA Shield, that shit is Android. Exactly. All that, they had to scale to 3 million devices with one software. Exactly. That was the problem, right? So that's where it lies. That was the problem. So it's the same situation. It's about the scalability, right? It's about the scalability. It's about the making things easier across platforms.
Okay, so when a console maker comes out with a console, all of the games that come out after the console launches are there to sort of like say, okay, these are going to take the best utilization of the chips that we have in our console, correct? That's typically the way it is. Now, here, and this, I'm asking because I don't know. Okay, I'm not asking to flame any stupid console
no. Ask your point, bro.
I'm asking
Nothing
I don't know. If Xbox is not married to a console, then there's no base level chip. Like, for example,
it's PC life.
So they're going to have to cater to the lowest PC chip?
Yeah, listen, that's what PC does. That's how when people said this, oh my God, they made a Series S 1440p 120, and then you look at the Steam numbers and see people are playing at 1080p 60. The Series S is more powerful than the average PC anyway. So how are you gonna say, this spec of a console can't do it? That's because you don't know what you're talking about. Look at a game's minimum requirements. If it's a i5, that means Series S is more powerful.
How do you tell if your chip can run? This is another stupid question from a non-PC guy. How do you tell if a chip can?
They put out the specs. Okay. Most people that talk that I'm moving into PC gaming. If you gamed on a high-end PC, we looking at $4,000 and better. High-end. High-end. Most people are not doing that. Listen, shout out to my boy, shout out to my guy, man. Yo, listen, shout out to my guy. One of my guys, Ronan, said, yo, Lemmy, you should do a video on your AK TV. I said, who the hell would I be talking to? Dudes ain't got $6,000 to spend on no AK TV. I'm not doing one video on a TV that people cannot afford.
And they won't be able to see what it really looks like because...
Right. But that's not realistic. You don't see me say, well, I have an AK TV and I'm the Superman of this. No, I don't even care.
I
don't care. Like, listen, we got to keep things in perspective, bro. People don't even understand the tech that people that people are talking about. We got to keep things in perspective.
I mean, I can only say vouch for myself. Remember that when the app went live and KY posted it, I'm like, well, shit, I need to go ahead and bite the bullet and get myself a true PC, right? So I went on this website for my son recommended this website, NZX.
No. What you need to go is I Buy Power, not shout out to my Iron Lord brothers. I Buy Power.
No, but I was there. I was just pricing, and you told me not a 5090, a 5080 Ti.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I did like the specs, the whatever, and that shit was like $5K.
Yeah.
Just for the fucking box.
Right.
Welcome.
And this is what I be telling dudes when I see people tweets online, I be like, yo, this dude capping. Like, I seen this dude complain about a $75 game.
I don't know, man. It's gonna have to be replaced by kidney for that.
You lying to? It's like that question on the test. It was like D, all of the above. Too expensive, out my budget. My job can't pay for it, and I got bills. All of the above. Listen. High-end PC gaming is expensive. This is why I do not talk that stuff. I keep. If you look at any unboxing, I never aim at nothing over people's heads. It's always something feasible. I always put a link in my chat and say, yo, look, this is affordable. I never talk about what I actually buy. My budget, my job, what I do. Never do that. I always keep things in realistic perspectives. And this is what's wrong with what we doing on the internet. You can't say I'm running the PC. Good luck. Good luck. If you build a PC with a 3060 Ti with 32 gigs of RAM, a great CPU and a good motherboard in the case, you're looking at $2,500. Period. I ain't talking about no aftermarket Chinese cheap bullshit. I'm talking about real work.
Those are my specs, and I paid 3 years ago. I paid 20. No, I paid 3,000. I paid 3,500, and maybe a little bit more with tax.
Yo, shout out to my boy Juan, and he goes, "Yo, Lemon, you always talk about numbers." I'm like, numbers. When you go to Micro Center and you want to build a PC, and you talk
That's all it's about is numbers.
When you get them numbers, you're gonna be like, "That's not in my budget." That's a little different.
I mean,
so
it's
I don't
not,
never talk about that stuff.
You know,
I don't
it's
talk
not
about
like
that stuff.
it's not that it's not in somebody's budget or not in somebody's budget.
Most people's budget. We not talking about the average.
Yeah.
Most people don't got $3,000 to spend money on some shit. They got to hook up to a monitor that's 24 inches.
Well,
Don't forget about the monitors too, and the keyboard and the mouse and all that.
And Windows and everything else.
And see, for my part, it's like, okay, yeah, can I spend it? But then it's like, what am I going to gain from it?
That's where console gaming comes in. That's why people console gaming. And there's people who can't afford console gaming.
Yo, but listen, buy a console for $500, right? You hook
Not
it up
anymore.
to your TV. Well,
you wrong, Scrub. Why you gotta throw?
Am I lying though? Am I lying?
I know you right.
Yo, listen, we just being real here, and I don't like to pocket watch nobody, but I hate to see like everybody on the internet. They fake Twitter rich. Yo, dude, and then I seen in the chat 3 weeks ago, you mad because a game like Concord came out at $40.
Ooh, Lemon, you made me
free.
You made me remember something.
If you got the bag, if $40 is a bargain, how you crying in the game $40?
Hey, Lemon, remember this time when
but you about to go to PC, right?
And Lemon, remember
Come
this
on,
time?
son.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. Remember this time when I can just buy my games on PC now from Xbox. I can just buy my games on PC from Xbox. Screw it, I ain't got to get an Xbox now. Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers got a PC.
Yo, listen, man. PC's a different beast. PC's a different beast, man. And that's what I told Ham Solo last night when he was talking about, I see your bro. How you don't like Armory Crate, but they using Armory Crate on the Xbox, the ROG Xbox Ally X. They're combining it. Oh, I use it on my PC. And I said, this is facts.
And this is
Shout out
why
to my brother. Hold on. I said, this is facts. I said, you ain't got no experience with Armory Crate because the PC variant is not like the handheld. Ain't that what I said, Waz?
Mm-hmm.
And Cozy said, yeah, Lemon, you right.
Hey,
said,
Lemon.
No. Lemon told me to hold on, so you hold on.
Yo, Bloody, I said the facts, and I'll bring Ham ass on, and he was so
That's not what I'm going to say.
Hold on, let me finish. I'm going to let you go. And I did, because I said, hold on. I said, how you don't, because Xbox is doing something, collecting the stores, and they're using Armory Crate on the Xbox Ally X. It's different if it's Armory Crate, because that's what they're using to collect all these stores together to bring you. I said, yo, bro, no, you took a L on that one. Yes, sir. Yes, you did. But anyway, go ahead, Bloody.
I thought it was. Never mind.
I was simply gonna stay
personal.
here.
We
it is personal.
Okay, Bloody, let the senior citizen go first. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I know he needs to get it out before the dementia kicks in. Get what we're talking about.
Nah, go ahead, Bloody.
Go ahead. No, you ain't gonna give it up after you cried. You gonna go right now. Let's go.
This is why consoles will never die, because PCs are a little bit complicated sometimes, and a lot of people don't want to go through that mess. Consoles aren't going anywhere anytime soon because of the simplicity of you buy it,
plug and play,
right there. That's
plug
it.
And play, plug and play.
So for all these people like Pizza Face saying this Xbox gonna die, it ain't going nowhere. Fool.
He said Pizza Face. I appreciate that.
All right, Bloody. I told you I was gonna be quick. See, Lemon know I'll be quick to a point, so that's why I just had to get.
Go ahead, Bloody. Go ahead.
The only thing that I was gonna say here, and the only thing I was gonna point out was the fact of that. Yes, PC is a heavy investment and it takes a lot, especially if you're not used to it. I was like, Lemon can tell you for a fact that when I started going into content creation heavy and became a streamer, I didn't know anything about PC. I had him and I had my boy Soul King. Those two dudes were heavy PC guys. I was like,
we schooled him, and he learned, and now he is what he is today. Facts.
Now I know more about PC than anything. And as someone who's more of a very strong PC person, I was like, I still don't like PC. Well, I was like, personally, I still prefer gaming on console because as y'all point out, it's plug and play, it's simplicity. I was like, the thing about PC is that there's a lot of annoyances having to understand drivers, compatibility, and knowing what works with what. How things are run, which one's
Get
more
the damn graphic updates from your card when it calls for it.
It's a lot. It's a lot, bro.
It's a lot. But if you're willing, and the thing about it too is that like you were mentioning when you were pricing things out wise, is it's costly, but but you can also get in at a fairly decent price that's not like that. When you're looking at the prices, when you're looking at the PC, the thing about it is that a decent PC is all you really need. Like you mentioned, Lemon. Most games and most gamers on PC are playing things in 1080. They're not going high end. They're using a decent semi build. Things that can fit anywhere between 1,000 between the cost of $1 to $2,000 will set you up for most modern gaming.
Which is still a lot.
It's still a lot, but it's no 5,000 to 6,000 for high end. That's the thing.
No, but listen, yo, dudes don't got 2,000 to spend on the PC, bro.
That's why the trick to PC and when you're first getting in is honestly if you can buy pre-built, go for it. But the best way to do it is to piece out and build it yourself.
But why like Steam machines work?
Hold on. No, Steam machines didn't work because they had 100 different variants and they had overheating issues. It was too much.
And that controller.
People at that time, the controller, but you could use any controller. That was the controller they made. But what did I teach you when you buy something, Bloody? What was my motto to you from the first time you met me?
I was like, buy once and don't cheap out. I was like, you never buy twice.
Never buy twice. You end up spending more money.
Buy once, cry once.
What you want. Yes.
And here's the biggest thing.
This dude from day one. Day one, I taught this dude that because he was Bloody would spill money, and I said, bro, if you just buy once, you ain't gotta buy twice.
If you buy nice, you don't buy twice.
Listen, you future-proof your hardware. You future-proof your hardware. On PC, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
consoles
three
get
things.
better as they get older.
3 things on PC you never want to cheap out on: your graphics card, your power supply, and your CPU
and your RAM.
Fact. No. You can cheap out on RAM and go. You can cheap out on RAM. But if you cheap out on your power supply,
that's the Holy Trinity. That's the Holy Trinity.
If you cheap out on your power supply, don't get no better graphic card because the powerful supply ain't going. You got to get at least 1,000. You got to get at least 1,000.
And you better make sure
future proof.
You better make
those
sure it's
3
gold
things
or
right there.
platinum standard.
Right. I told K Mega.
Yes.
He shorted out like 3 motherboards. I said, dude.
So
didn't I tell you about your fucking Didn't I tell you about the power supply? He said, it was $650. I said, not for what you bought.
But it gives unstable power surges. That's why you don't.
And this is I learned this lesson too because I got a gold, but I got an 800, and I had my it turned on.
800 is good.
But remember when I started using everything, that it would just cut off and it wouldn't power on until I unplug certain things. And you're like, no, you need to upgrade. You need to go a step up.
Right.
And after that, no issues. But those 3 things, especially for everyone in the chat, everyone who's listening. This is a little bit of advice for all y'all
supply, 1,000 and better.
That wants to jump
series.
into it. Those 3 things are the 3 things you don't ever want to cheap out on. Anything else you can semi cheap out on, mainly like RAM and stuff like that. Your motherboard, you kind of want to dip into it, but you don't have to go super high end.
No,
your cases could be whatever, as long as you know how to cool it. You like you get the good fans, or you buy an all-in-one cooling. I was like, all that you can get on sales easy. if you're gonna jump into it, if you don't want to buy it all at once, piece it out. That's the best advice that I can tell you.
And wise, this is gonna be your first PC if you get one. I do think you should have an SSD or an MAU, MVU, but you need NVMe. Thank you. But I don't care what you say. You need to have a static hard drive in there.
Yo, listen,
I recommend a static hard drive for everybody. Everybody come buying these computers with just the NVU or the SSD, but you need that static hard drive for backup.
I got him. Don't worry about it.
And welcome to our PC TED Talk.
Yo, listen, man.
Hey, it's still part of gaming, right?
But let me ask you a simple question.
Right,
no, but here's another question that I have.
Your wife said get off that thing.
Yeah,
right
she
now.
said get off.
And
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna mute it because I gotta make a phone call. But what? Okay, and Lemon, you explain this, but I don't. Okay, explain. So the argument, people keep making the argument about this handheld, or even for the Xbox app, that yes, anything that the Xbox app will not play Xbox games natively, it will play the Windows variant. What does that even mean?
Excuse me. Oh God. Did I not give you a
but you said all games are Windows
ago.
variant.
You explained.
The thing is, people are talking out of their neck.
You're bloody. No, hold on. I told these mother effers about a month ago.
People talking out of their neck.
No, they didn't listen to me. They're making a console that will accept the PC variant of the code. So they can make one code. They don't have to make a console version. They don't have to make a PC version. They're using the PC version as the end all be all because it will accept everything across platforms.
But I think he's talking about the console right now. Or the handheld.
Hold on. He's talking about the handheld.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the software. Yeah. And I told him Microsoft just want to make one software. One. PC, which is universal.
Yep.
It can scale from 720p to 8K. Depends on your hardware. I told him this. And when we had this conversation, Sir X-Men's my witness. I told dudes, I'm going to stop talking and I could put this gem on my own channel. Ain't that what I said, Sir X-Men? I don't got to explain it to people who don't listen.
About way, yeah, you said that.
And here's the thing. This is something that's been in the works since the start of this generation for those who aren't paying attention because
they're on the PC architecture.
They are on the PC architecture. But remember, that's why Windows and that's why Microsoft
5 likes, man. We got to do better than that. 5
Stop
likes, we got to do better.
Stop
refresh.
Here's the thing.
I did.
Microsoft.
You got more likes than that? I just refreshed. I ain't seen no more. Go ahead, Bloody. I'm sorry.
Microsoft pushed for DirectX 12 for a reason when they also changed the coding on everything
29.
before. Why did they do that? Because they said, hey, this is going to allow the PC code whenever they're developing to be easily translated onto the Xbox. So now they're just making it more static.
But listen to my point, right? I know things. I talk to certain people. I told people this was happening. People said I was crazy. You know why? Because I got a small influence because I got a small channel. But if I tell you something, I only promote the facts.
So you think that argument is bullshit? There's no such thing as native Xbox. All native Xbox is native window.
No,
they want to do. Hold on, Bloody. Hold on. They want to do one code to rule them all. Right?
Right.
And being that they're combining a console and PC, why would you make a console version and a PC version? Why would I have to download console Game Pass and PC Game Pass and they run in the same games? How about you make your console run the PC game and makes it easier?
But what does it even mean to be native Xbox? What does that even mean?
So what that means is that
APUs, bro.
Okay.
But that just means
PC
that
PC is a separate GPU, separate AP,
correct.
Separate
GPU,
PC,
CPU,
and RAM. Consoles is SoC, system
on a chip.
System on chip, yeah.
Facts.
But the thing is that
it's a different way to make the game.
The thing is that right now some games have two separate versions, right? You have the Windows version, you have a console version, but that also
You even
leads
got the
them to
Windows
watch.
version, the Steam version, and an Epic version.
Yes,
Hey,
but
Lemon,
what
I got
what I'm
one.
trying to get into to
All right, bro.
finish up what he was
Love you all
asking
day. Thank you.
later otherwise is that's why they're pushing Xbox Play Anywhere, because of the fact that Xbox Play Anywhere has already been around for 7+ years, but it hasn't been utilized. But now they're making it a focus because they're wanting this unified vision, which means that whether you buy it on console, you buy it on PC, your stuff's going to carry over. You're going to be able to play the native version on whatever system that you're playing on.
Yep.
That's the end goal. That's
That's
why
the end goal. That's the end
all
goal.
the code with DX12 and everything else that they're pushing for is going to make it to where it's going to be native no matter where you are. What people don't understand when they say some games aren't played natively is because of the fact that right now there are certain games on PC that do not support Xbox Play Anywhere, or older games that did not have a PC that did not have a PC version or had a Windows version. So they're trying to update them to where they are able to share that cloud data and have that Xbox Play Anywhere capability, so that way it's native no matter what system you're playing on. That's what people are misinterpreting or not understanding or trying to downplay, saying, oh, y'all are going to have native. No, it's native right now, but they are working on it. When you have a hardware team like Jason Ronald and all those wizards over there who handle all of their coding and every emulation software that they work through on their tech, they know what they're doing. It's just going to take them time.
Facts.
And
All right, so let's move on. We got to move on, man. We got to move on into the show.
Okay, end of the show, good, because I got to pay some for it.
Why you always saying that like you're the only person playing games? Right, like he'd be like, I gotta play Battlefield. I gotta play this. I'm playing games.
I might play that tonight too. I got my groove back. Let me
shout out to the chat with the 30 likes, man. I see you on the street, man. I appreciate y'all. Without y'all,
my video game bowling team got a match tonight. I got to get on my bowling and put on my jacket and my shoes.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pink, man. Bus is behind and bowling them all, you heard? You know, I might even join y'all and get my own two-step in. But listen,
no, they're gonna play Battlefield.
I want Battlefield tonight. He ain't that good. I'm a killer.
Well, I could have told you that, but
yeah.
Let me be who I am. All right.
No,
we got shooters up in this house.
Yeah, I'm a shooter. Yo, facts. Anyway, let's talk facts here. Now, did you buy, Sir X-Men? Did you buy the new theme? First of all, let me say this. For you fake ass content creators out there that said, "Oh, Xbox is making a VR headset," which they didn't. It's a themed headset, like a Indiana Jones Xbox, like a Forza Xbox, like a Halo themed Xbox. It's a theme. It's not an Xbox situation. But I'm gonna say this: Did you buy this headset, Sir X-Men? Are you interested in it? Because Krispy Kreme did. Or Crispy Bomb did. So, who is interested in the 3S? I already have the 3, which is better. I wish they had a 3, and I'd have still on the warranty. I'd have been like, something wrong with it. Give me the limited for the colors. But are you interested in VR and this headset?
No, I'd want it only if my Xbox games can really be in the VR scope. That's that. Look, you asked me.
No. I'm not debating what you're saying.
No, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it.
No. I'm not. Listen to me. I'm not debating you, bro. When you said if they only could be like downloaded natively, no, it's only
not
xCloud.
downloaded natively. Not like that.
Oh, okay. They only xCloud. No. So I was
but
like,
I don't want to watch my games like I'm in an 80-inch TV screen.
I got that now in my house.
But I wanted, but I wanted to do like the full wraparound, like you really immersed in a VR.
Oh, you want games to be in full VR.
Like I would love Forza.
No, it's like an external monitor.
Let me finish. But I would like, but I would like Forza to be implemented in true VR form. I would like, I would even play Call of Duty. If they implemented in true VR form, yeah, that's the only way you're gonna get me over there, scrub.
Scrub,
but
I'm lemon. I'm lemon.
No, but I was talking to him.
He wouldn't survive. He gets scared. Somebody jump out, shoot him. He might run into
Man,
a wall.
I would love to just melee you and just knife your throat and say,
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. I got the Batman Arkham Edition of the 3, right? I got accessories with it. I got the interchangeable batteries with it. I got some wires to plug it up to my cell phone, my ROG Ally. I got to do that video, man. I ain't had no time working 180 hours every 2 weeks. But
as to the rest of the point, right? I would love if they're gonna do that. Start making some of your future games that you have, like even Fable, would be cool in first person and true VR.
VR, yeah.
You know
what I played. You know what I played. I don't know if none of y'all played it. I played Halo in VR and busting and Dave and Buster's.
The Halo
I
Raven
remember that.
Squad?
I remember that.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah,
hot,
I played that.
That was so hot.
No, you know what? He mentioned Fable. Hang on. He mentioned Fable in first person. I want them to bring back the Fable Connect game. If anyone played it, I was like, unless you're a hardcore Fable fan, you would not have played that game. I was like, it was a great game. I love the magic and the way that it all worked. Having actual VR, able to manipulate the spells and everything else that was in that game, would work 10 times better.
You know what's crazy, buddy? You know what's crazy?
What?
It wasn't your turn.
It wasn't your turn either.
Cool. I don't mind it, dude. I don't mind it.
I was adding on to that.
Sprung off from what I
I'm doing what you do. I'm offering some DLC, sir.
Oh.
You know, with you, DLC can mean something else.
I like that.
I'm not going there.
I'm only you know what? Yo, shut your ass a bloody finish.
No, that was my thought. I'm just saying. He said Fable first made me think of the Fable game, the Connect game.
Clay Simmons, what's good? That's my brother. No crying after dark over here. Facts. We don't cry, sucker. Anyway, you finished, bloody?
Yeah. No, you know he never finished. No, you're not.
Nah, he ain't never finished.
I know you didn't do that.
Why were you acting like it was my turn? I was just adding on to what he said.
But no, as I was saying before, Bloody do that thing. I wish they would really get into making some of their classic games. Like if you make the next Halo, and you have, I swear, if you have a true VR, Lemon will no sleep that game. He'll be like, all right, I'm off work. Got to go to VR Halo.
I love VR, bro. I love VR. Yo, listen, when I play Halo in VR, I was so mad at the time Xbox said, we not making the hits. I said, God damn you. God damn it.
God damn it all to hell.
To see one of the elites walk up to me, they grabbed me by my collar, they pulled me up and was like, yeah, Master Chief, you know, monster, the demon. I was like, just kill me, because I was so excited to see it in VR. I was just like, oh my God, this dude, he was talking crazy. He was like spitting on my face. No, Diddy. It was crazy.
You know what's
all Diddy for you. Calm down. Get a little moist over there, my boy.
Can you picture Gears in VR, dude?
Yo, no,
I know.
Yo, listen.
I know that
I'm getting Jiffy Lube and I'm going to work. What are we doing here? Yo, listen. Anyway, man, let's
me whip my chainsaw.
Yo, Scrub, man. My brother from another mother, man, talk to me. How you feeling about the situation?
It's something nice to have. When I first saw it, I was like, "Ooh, this might be interesting."
Right.
It's looking, but then like you're saying, it's like putting on a headset and playing on a bigger TV on a lot of this stuff. It was like, no, that's not what I'm interested in. So, whoever wants to.
Damn, son.
Just because they say Xbox on it doesn't mean I have to get it. And when I spend my money on things, I go, hey, do I need it? Do I not need it? And sometimes, whether I need it or not, I'll get it. And then other times I'll go, you don't need that because you're not going to use it. So it sits. So this is one of my things is I'm not going to spend however much. What was the final price on it? Was it
$3.99.
$3.99? Yeah, that's what I thought. No, I'm not spending $3.99 on that. I could do a lot of different things with $3.99 for more games. There's some stuff that just came out for my carry pistol that I could say, oh, for $3.99, I got this. I can put on to that for $3.99. I can do this and that. And VR is not something I'm just clamoring for so much that I just got to have it.
Okay.
Now, we know some people like to play VR so they can watch certain stuff and enjoy themselves. And that's, hey, if that's what you like to do, fine. But right now, until it's VR, like you're doing in Half-Life and somebody, like if I'm gonna do a first person shooter and it makes me have to cock the gun, you're aiming, you're turning around and you physically looking all the way behind you to shoot somebody behind you, left, right, that kind of thing. I'm holding off on VR, but I'm glad that people get their chance to have fun with it.
Okay.
Oh, Paris said if Xbox logo on it, you better get it. Yeah, well, yeah. I understand. I got plenty of Xbox logos on it, but some things I'm a wait on.
Yo, Paris, man, you better meet me in Germany next year on some real stuff. You better meet me in Germany next year.
He said you better meet him. He already gonna be there. He waiting on you.
No. He not going this year. He ain't going this year either. I'm not going this year.
No, I'm talking about next year. Next year.
My goal. That's my goal too.
Hold on.
I'm planning on being in Germany next year.
Yo, listen, bro. We in New Orleans.
Oh, hip hop going to New Orleans too?
Yes.
Oh, that's what's up. Y'all
We
gonna be in my
outside.
state, and I'm gonna miss it. I'm sorry, y'all.
We outside, yo.
I got business.
You know what we do, you heard?
I gotta
Now you
sell
make me
this
feel like
house.
I need to go out to New Orleans right now.
No.
I gotta sell this house.
Oh, okay. I see how
You
it is.
missed out. You
know
missed
what?
out.
No, I wasn't even told about this in the first place. I don't care. You know
You
what?
missed out.
It's cool. You know,
I was going until last week.
Yeah, you don't need to be invited. You gotta know when it's happening.
Yeah.
You don't tell me nothing. What the fuck, nigga?
Hold on
listen,
now.
man. Yo, we don't drop N-bombs here. What's wrong with
Yeah, I
you?
know.
Yeah. Hold on now.
Apologize to the chat.
My bad. I'm sorry.
What is wrong with you? This ain't intermediate gaming. It's not 100 chat. But listen, man. Listen. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all been absolutely amazing, man. I got many things popping up next week. We're gonna do what it do. Yeah, Paris. I'm trying to hit Gamescom next year. I've been at what you call it? Red Light District with my boy Sean Price. Shout out to my boot camp click people.
Coffee shops in Amsterdam.
But listen, man, I'm not going to Japan with the Iron Lords. I've been there twice, but I'm doing Gamescom. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it next year. I'm gonna start that Go Help Me fun. I ain't gonna say Go Fund Me fun. Go help me. We gonna be outside, but listen, man, we gonna do what it do. Next year we'll be at this year we'll be at the Game Awards, and next year, of course, June gonna be popping play dates and IGN lives.
That's my plan next year.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna bring the team with me. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. But listen, man, forget about me. It's about us. Bloody Knuckles, where can they find you, man? Get it popping. You're bloody. He frozen again.
You muted.
Oh, he muted. Viva la pendejo. Let's go.
No, it was just
unmute
me, that's
yourself.
all.
There you go. Yeah, facts.
No, they can find me on all the places on Twitch, YouTube.
He said all the
Twitter.
places.
Yeah, all the places.
Get specific.
That's what I said. They can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter.
You can find him in the 42nd Street on Broadway in Manhattan at the Peep Shop for a quarter.
Probably. If you don't find me on Cherry Street.
All the places. Thank you, music. He's bugging. He bugging.
But yeah, I was like, typically they'll find me streaming every now and then here. I was like, I'll be live later tonight, tomorrow as well. Got some stuff I'm playing.
You gonna be eating roasted scorpions with a little bit of barbecue sauce? Because you did that shit the last time. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, no, not this time, but yeah, soon.
Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all been awesome. Continue, bro. That's it? Because you long-winded as hell.
Yeah, no, that's
it. That's it. So, X-Men, where can they find your old ass?
Trying to keep
when he's not at the church getting free food, he is buying Depends on Amazon.
Lord of mercy.
I'm sorry.
You got mental problems.
I'm sorry.
You know that, right?
I do. I do.
You got some
but see, I love my brother, so it don't matter. It don't matter. Don't matter what I say. I still love y'all. I love the chat. Don't matter. Go ahead, bro.
But nah, have a show next week. I'll be here with Lemon on Dragons. Then again, taking it. No show next week. I get deal.
He just said that he was going out.
Shut your ass up. I know you had a chance to talk.
I'm at Essence Festival.
I know.
I ain't gonna even be able to feel my legs when I'm done drinking out there. Facts.
You know, I'm not.
Have you not listened? He literally just said that he's gonna be gone.
That could have went so many different ways, Lemon. But I'm gonna be good today.
Yeah, you better, because I support you.
So we got the week off next week. So catch me on Sunday, Sir X-Man on Twitch. I just be streaming bowling in the morning with some friends and stuff like that. You can catch me on Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Central on Gaming After Dark with Noof Nukem. And that's it. I'll jump in somebody's podcast every now and then. That's about it.
Yeah.
Everybody saying they somewhere.
You know what? I'm gonna start calling you Leroy. Keep that stuff up, Scrub.
Scrub, man. Where can they find you? You about to make a move. And you know what's crazy? I am so happy we can't be here next week because you are like the Achilles heel of this podcast. You and shout out to Super G, man, who couldn't make it tonight, man. My brother, man. First of all, let me shout out Super G for something special.
That's right.
This dude I met in 2018. And what I always tell people like Paris, people like King, people like Cog, people like hip hop, the reason I love these events we go to is the camaraderie that we get involved with, man. And meeting these dudes, getting to know them personality-wise, showing that who they are on the internet is who they are in real life. You can't get too many real ones in these streets, so I appreciate everybody, man. And Super G is definitely one of the dudes was like, you build a house from the base, right? He's the foundation of Runaway Dragons, man. He's built a great channel, a great channel of, that anime is linked in the chat. Over 14,000 subs. He's definitely humble. And we call him the driver because he took us everywhere in LA my first year in 2018, pulling up to these events. And it was amazing. That's my brother. And for me to be able to get him in these situations years later, opening doors at the last minute so he can be invited to these situations, to see my brother happy, it made me feel just amazing just to see my guy happy because he definitely opened those doors for me in 2018. So shout out to him. Happy birthday to the fam. He's out there celebrating the fam. Listen, man, Super G is amazing. Amazing. So I want people to give him his flowers and go, look at his link in the chat and just say, yo, this guy works a lot. He works hard, man. And we don't make the money that people try to make on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We do it for the love. I love doing what I do. I love it. It's never about the dollar. You know what I'm saying? It's always about giving people honesty and good content. So shout out to Super G, man. He didn't make it tonight, but we'll see him on a week after next. But anyway, Go ahead, Scrub. See your outros. And we out.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter, Scrub Nurse with number 3 behind it. You can find me on Xbox. I'm playing games, so if you're on Xbox and you want to jump in and holler and have a good time, find me on Xbox. And then also from time to time, I'm either streaming Call of Duty or Division 2 with one of my homeboys. You can find me there on Twitch at Scrub_Nurse. Next time you might see me on 108 Dragons is be a little bit different background. Got some things going.
You can also find him streaming Extra Fine with the one other person that's still playing that game.
Oh shit! About to get you kidnapped.
I don't know about Rich, but I got
be comfortable as hell.
I got properties to sell, and I'm gonna be moving on. Yeah, so I appreciate everybody, everything you do. Thank you for rocking with us for however long you've been rocking with us. Shout out to the replay gang watching us on wherever you watching us. We appreciate every single one of y'all that jump in to chat with us as well. Feel free to like and share out. And if you like what you saw today or any other day, subscribe. It ain't gonna hurt you. Just press that button and that bell, and we'll check y'all out on the next go round.
Milliseconds of finger work. Let's go.
Y'all take it easy.
Yo, listen, man. See you on the next one. Yo, listen. Next week or the week? Oh no, the new. We got a remix to that 108 Dragons intro. You already know how we do. Let's go.